Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the last of a two-game series between the Grizzlies and the Idaho Steelheads. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. Tonight we got a bit of a combined Halloween with a Hispanic Heritage Night theme here at Maverik Center as Grizzlies take on the Steelheads for the second straight night. Last night was a thriller as Idaho got a 5-4 victory as Cody Heiskanen had 4 assists, and Keaton Mastro-Donato had 1 goal and 1 assist, and Patrick Cudlow was a +4 for the Steelheads as their record advanced to 2-1 on the season. The Grizzlies' record fell to 2-1. They got good performances from Nathan Burke, who had 1 goal and 1 assist to lead Utah, and Kyle Betts had 3 assists. Gianni Fairbrother scored his first 2 points in a Grizzlies uniform with 2 assists. And the Grizzlies also got goals from Kyle Mayhew, Jordan Martell, and Josh Wesley. Should be a lot of fun here tonight. Obviously, for the Grizzlies, they'd like to find a way to get to the bye week on a winning note, as the Grizzlies, after tonight, don't play until November 8th, as next week is a bye week for Utah, kind of odd, the third week of the season. So for the Grizz, obviously you want to protect home ice and get a split in this 2-game series, but you also want to find a way to get to the bye week on a winning note. Brandon Cutler's been outstanding for the Grizzlies. He's got a point in 3 straight games to start the regular season. Also, watch out for Nathan Burke. He's been impressive here in the Grizzlies' first homestand of the season. And how about Kyle Mayhew? He's got 2 goals on the year, and he's a +3. And watch out for him in particular when the Grizzlies are on the power play. And speaking of the power play, we'll see if we'll get more power play chances here tonight, as the Grizzlies only had 2 power plays in last night's game, and Idaho only had 1. Got a good goaltending matchup. It's different from Friday night. For the Grizzlies, it's going to be the all-time shutout king, Trent Miner, who's got 10 shutouts in a Grizzlies uniform, including 3 last year. Remember, he had a shutout in Game 1 of the playoff series against Idaho. He'll be in net for the second time this season, and he'll be going up against Brian Thompson, who's in his first season as a pro. Thompson did not play last night, and he got lit up in the Idaho season opener against Allen. And we'll see what he's able to do here tonight. He went up against the Grizzlies 14 days ago in the second preseason game, the one that was at Idaho Central Arena, the game where Idaho defeated Utah 7-4. One key forward is back in the Grizzlies lineup for the first time in the regular season, and that's Dakota Raby, who missed the first 3 games, but he is back in the Grizzlies lineup for the first time in the regular season. He'll be paired up with Brandon Cutler and Jordan Martell, a 3-man unit that had a lot of success in the preseason. When we come back to the Grizzlies pregame report, we'll talk with Grizzlies insider Tim Broussard to get his thoughts on tonight's matchup, how that 3-man forward line is going to look tonight. What about that second line with Burke, Sandelin, and Betts? And Trent Miner is going to be in net tonight. How's he going to perform? We'll talk with Tim about all those things when we return, as we're in business on a Saturday night, Hispanic Heritage Night, as well as a little bit of a Halloween theme to it. If you're in the West Valley area, come on down and enjoy some Grizzlies hockey with us. And especially if you're a Utah or BYU fan, we got some beverages in the concourse you can drown your sorrows with as well. We're in business on a Saturday night. We're back with Tim Broussard when we come back in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Tim Broussard as he meets a friend right as we're starting the segment. Hot start here, and speaking of hot starts, boy, Dakota Raby's back in the lineup for the first time in the regular season. In the preseason, that 3-man unit with Raby, Cutler, and Martell had a lot of success, and I think there's a lot of potential there tonight.
As if we didn't have enough speed already on the team, now you added a whole nother dimension with Raby in there, and a guy can fly skills, and oh yeah, he can keep the puck while he's flying down the ice. So expect a lot of pressure coming from Raby on the Steelheads defense, just trying to keep him in check.
Top 2 forwards last night were probably Nathan Burke and Kyle Betts. Betts had 3 assists last night, and Burke had 1 goal and 1 assist. It's going to be important for that unit, along with Ryan Sandelin, who's going to be the second forward line, it's important for those guys to get going as well.
Betts is coming into his own. I mean, this is where he's kind of taken over, and gosh, at what point do we start losing these guys?
Yeah.
You know, Betts and Mayhew's on the list, and just I don't want to say any names because I don't want to jinx anything, but at some point they're going to become targets for the next AHL opportunity, which is good. So they've deserved that and move up. But in the meantime, at the ECHL level, they're definitely having an impact. That line with Betts and the defensive pairing, anybody with Mayhew is making a difference.
Had a bit of a high-scoring game. Idaho's played 3 high-scoring games to start the regular season. Got Trent Miner in net for Utah against Brian Thompson. Thompson looking for a bounce-back effort. He really struggled in the regular season opener for the Steelheads. You see more of a higher-scoring game, do you think both goaltenders will settle in here tonight?
Well, we know with Miner, you're probably not going to get too much of a high-scoring game. The first game that he had was, 5-3, and so that, I don't know, that was kind of more of an anomaly, I think, on that Tulsa one. But tonight between Miner and Thompson, you might end up with another Garrett / was it Sandelin?
Yeah.
Not Sandelin.
Sukanik,
that's what it was with Tulsa. I think it's going to be more of a goalie battle. It's going to be tough. Miner's going to be, facing shots from anywhere and everywhere, and the high-powered Idaho Steelheads offense, and anybody. I mean, you can pick anybody on that roster, and you've got an A-type player. So Trent Miner's going to have his hands full, and so is Thompson. He's going to face that line for the first time with Raby in there. So he's going to have to figure out how to adjust to his defense, been coming back in on him and being probably pushed in a little bit.
We're here with Grizzlies Director of Insiders, Tim Broussard. Not many power plays in last night's game. Only 2 for the Grizzlies and 1 for Idaho. Interestingly enough, though, the first 3 games of the regular season, the Grizzlies have been outshot all 3. Is there anything to that? And this doesn't really matter.
I don't. That's a great question, because for the mantra for years, the Branham and early Kanasowicz era, it was, we're out shooting them, and sometimes by as much as a third. I don't know what to make of that. I think in the Tulsa series, it showed the importance of quality scoring chances versus shots from the outside coming in, because while we were losing the shots on goal battle, we were definitely winning in chances overall, and I think that reflected in the result of the series. Taking both games. So I would, gosh, I think I'd rather put an importance on the quality of the shot rather than just the quantity.
In the first period, Idaho had 6 scoring chances to Utah's 3. Last 2 periods were pretty close to even, and we'll see what that stands out here tonight, getting a good quality as opposed to quantity. Guy that does get good quality is Kyle Betts. He doesn't necessarily take many shots, but it seems like every shot he gets is a grade A chance.
If you're Christian Horn tonight or Ryan Kanasowicz, you tell him, take the shot. If you find a lane, take the shot, please. You don't know if he's not taking more shots because he's more of a, he wants to, get the dish or the assist, or he's just not finding that lane until he absolutely sees that, the Red Sea is parted and now he's going to take the opportunity. Yeah. So, but I will guarantee you, Kanasowicz and our assistant coach, Christian Horn, is encouraging him not just find the lane, but when that lane opens up, please take the shot, because at the very minimum, you've seen something there, and it's going to cause a problem for the goalie to come in and try to cover, or you're going to get a second, man in and get a nice juicy rebound.
Who's your pick for the Optum first goal of the game? Last night it was Jordan Martell scoring first for Utah. Who's going to be tonight?
I got to go with Raby. He's my guy, a guy from last year, and arguably some of the best skate work on the team, and through the progression of last year, being able to see him get more skilled with handling the puck at that speed, and I think he'll be the Optum first goal of the game for me.
I think I'm going to go with Kyle Betts. I got a feeling he's going to have a good night tonight here, paired up with Nathan Burke and Ryan Sandelin. Certainly going to be big, and the thing with Raby is he's going to add some forward depth to the lineup, and so obviously it moves Cole Gallant back down to the third line, and that third line becomes a bit stronger. The one line that Idaho had last night that really did some damage was Willie Niram, Jack Becker, and Zane Franklin.
The usual suspects, Franklin, how many times we got to call him, whether he's with Idaho or Allen or, whatever. He just seems to be one of those Grizzly killers that are out there. And to see him hit the scoreboard again last night, oh gosh, can we keep him in check? So They have had success, and we'll see. But one of our strengths for coming into this season, the personnel, our defensive core. So I think our defensive core can rise up to the occasion and just cause all kind of problems. And that's why I'm really not expecting a high-scoring game. I think we can step up and kind of scale that back a bit. I think last night was a one-off, and with Miner in there tonight and our defensive core, I think we can kind of keep it limited. Probably 2, maybe 3 goals for Idaho. We're just going to have to score that 3 and 4 goals to get the victory.
Grizzlies going to have to play well with all 3 forward lines and all 3 defensive units. I think it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully we'll catch you later on in the broadcast.
Sounds good. Best rivalry in the ECHL right here tonight.
Absolutely. Great rivalry game, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, and maybe we'll get another 1-goal contest as we had last night.
Sounds wonderful, Tyson.
That's correct. Grizzlies Director of Insiders, Tim Broussard. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups for both teams. This is the Utah Grizzlies Radio Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Welcome to the Maverik Center. Grizzlies take on the Steelheads. Face off about 10 minutes from now. That's what the PA guy says with the evacuation, with a big voice and all that. Let's get to the starting lineups. First for the visiting Idaho Steelheads, who are led by last year's ECHL Coach of the Year, Everett Sheen. Steelheads are 2-1 on the young season. They are averaging 5 goals a game and allowing 4.7. So they played 3 relatively high-scoring games, including 5-4 last night with the Steelheads on top. In net is going to be Brian Thompson. Last night it was Dylan Wells who stopped 24 of 28. Tonight it's going to be Thompson in net. Thompson did struggle in his regular season opener against Allen, where he only stopped 14 of 19. He played with the Lethbridge Hurricanes of the WHL over the last 5 seasons. Last year with Lethbridge, he had a record of 13-8-2. With a .919 save percentage and 2.64 goals against average. Thompson has good size at 6'5" and 183 pounds. He's on a 1-year AHL contract with the Texas Stars. He'll make his second pro appearance. He was pretty good in juniors in the WHL, so we'll see if he has a bounce-back effort here tonight. Starting defensive pairing, Seamus Donahue. He's got 2 assists in 3 games. He picked up an assist in the third period. That was the 5th goal that Idaho scored, which turned out to be a really big insurance goal. It turned out to be the game winner. Donahue will be paired up with Matt Register, who was the defensive MVP in 3 ice last year. Register has 1 assist in 3 games last year. Register and Cody Heiskanen were each a plus 53. Heiskanen will be in there once again tonight. He'll be paired up with Patrick Kudla. Kudla was a plus 4 last night and had 2 assists. Heiskanen had 4 assists last night. Also in there is Cooper Jones, the 5'8" and 170-pound defenseman, but he plays pretty big for his size. And Nick Canati, who's got outstanding speed. Canati wearing number 3. Starting forwards for the Steelheads, A.J. White, who got the game winner last night, which was Idaho's 5th goal, which was 31 seconds into the third period. White wearing number 18, the longtime Steelhead captain, his 6th season with Idaho. He'll be wearing number 18. Colton Keller, who had an outstanding assist for Idaho's 4th goal last night that was scored by Mastro Donato. Keller will be wearing number 34. He'll have an A on his sweater. And Keaton Mastro Donato, speaking of him, he'll be in there. He leads the Steelheads with 6 points through 3 games. So the starting forwards are Mastro Donato, White, and Colton Keller. One scoring change from last night. Idaho's 3rd goal that was initially scored by Zane Franklin on the delayed penalty. Upon further review, that goal has been changed to Willie Nerum. Nerum got his 1st goal of the season, and Zane Franklin merely got an assist. Watch out for Nerum, Jack Becker, and Zane Franklin. That was a pretty good forward line last night. Mark Rassel had a goal last night. He'll be in there as well. Francisco Arcuri, Ty Pelton-Weiss will be in the lineup, and Wade Murphy. And it's going to be an interesting one here tonight. Scratches for the Steelheads, Nick Nardella, Aaron Aragon, Demetrius Kumatsis, Jade Miller, and Ben Zalati. The starting lineups are announced here at Maverik Center. Grisby's at center ice wearing number 95, which is when the franchise moved from Denver to Salt Lake. Looks like Grisby hasn't missed any mills lately as he waves the flag at center ice. Starting in goal for Utah is Trent Miner. It's his second appearance this season. Miner stopped 32 of 35 in Utah's 5-3 victory over Tulsa last Saturday. Miner is the Grizzlies' all-time shutout king. He had 7 clean sheets in the 2021-22 season and 3 last year in the regular season and 1 in the playoffs. The Colorado captain from last year, Brian Yoon, is one starting defenseman, first-year pro. He is scoreless in 3 games this season, looking for his first career point, 5'11" and 178 pounds. He'll be paired up with 6-year pro Keone Teixeira, who's wearing number 74. Teixeira has 1 goal and 1 assist in 3 games, a +1 rating. He led the Fuel in plus-minus in the 2022-23 season. He was the Fuel captain in the 2021-22 campaign. Other defensemen include Captain Josh Wesley, as well as Kyle Mayhew. Kay Jensen is in there, and Gianni Fairbrother, who had 2 assists last night. Starting forwards, first time he's in the Grizzlies uniform in the regular season, Dakota Raby, who was outstanding last year, and he really fit in well with the Grizzlies' first unit in the preseason. The Michigan product, who also spent some time at Sacred Heart University. Jordan Martell, the Roosters, introduced to the Maverik Center crowd. Martell scored his first regular season goal from the left circle on a one-timer. In the first period, he was the opt-in first goal of the game scorer last night. He had 44 points in 45 games last year. And Brandon Cutler is also in the Grizzlies lineup. Cutler's got a point in all 3 regular season games this year. He has 2 goals and 2 assists in 3 contests and a +2 rating. So starting forwards once again, Raby, Martell, and Cutler. We will also see Nathan Burke, who had 1 goal and 1 assist last night. Kyle Betts, who had 3 assists last night. Ryan Sandelin, who had 1 assist last night. Sandelin, wearing number 14, has 2 assists in 3 games. Obviously, the Iron Man, Tyler Penner, is going to be in the Grizzlies lineup once again, wearing number 21. He hasn't missed a game since joining the Grizzlies a couple years ago. Mick Messner will also be in there for Utah. We will also see Jared Power and Dean Yakura and Cole Galan, who's got 1 assist in 3 games. Acting head coach Christian Horn tonight as Ryan Kanasowicz is back in Canada with a family emergency. And Christian Horn's behind the bench. He'll be helped out by Corey Thomas. Grizzlies are wearing the white jerseys tonight with black numbers and professional green trim. Idaho wearing the same jersey for the second straight night. Black jersey with white numbers and the silverish gray trim. Saturday night crowd filing in here. It's Hispanic Heritage Night with a bit of a Halloween theme. And when we come back in 2 minutes, we'll face off the Maverik Center on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Grizzlies take on the Idaho Steelheads in the last of a two-game weekend series. Fourth of 7 straight home games for the Grizzlies to start the regular season. Utah will be home for 10 of the first 13 games of the regular year. Both teams are 2-1 so far this season. Idaho won a close one 5-4 last night. These teams will meet 14 times in the regular season. This is the second of 14 meetings. Trent Miner will be in net for Utah. It's his second appearance this season. Miner wearing number 50, third-year pro, last of a 3-year NHL entry-level deal. Starting defensive pairing is Brian Yoon and Keone Teixeira. Starting forwards, Dakota Raby playing for the first time in the regular season. Jordan Martell and Brandon Cutler. In net for Idaho is going to be Brian Thompson, making his second appearance this year. Starting defensive pairing is Seamus Donahue and Matt Register. Starting forwards, A.J. White, the Steelheads captain, along with Colton Keller and Keaton Mastrodonato. Two referees tonight, Rocco Stakoviak and Jordan Watt. The linesmen are Craig Peterson and Andrew Collins. Cutler will take the draw against A.J. White. As the puck is dropped here at center ice, won by Idaho. Steelhead skating from left to right as we see it from high top section 114. In your mind's eye, see it on YouTube. We'll try to paint a picture for you as Donahue throws to A.J. White, who feeds out to center ice, taken by Yoon. As the Grizzlies start the attack from right to left, Cutler will bounce it off a Register, far circle, and he'll throw it across to Donahue. Donahue near goal line, chips it ahead. A.J. White chasing after it. He gets around Yoon, no icing as White gets it, showcasing good speed for a guy that's over 30. As Mastro Donato over to the far corner. I'm 36, so I'm pretty old myself. As Cutler holds up Mastro Donato. Teixeira skates over there along with A.J. White. Rooster comes out of the pile with the puck. He'll feed it towards the slot for Yoon. Ahead to Raby left wing. First shift of the season for him. Yoon left side skates towards the corner wearing number 4. Taps up top looking for Raby, but it's picked off by Mastro Donato. Raby left side. Gets taken away by Donahue. As it's poked to the right side. I try to center it to Raby. It goes between his legs. Idaho starts the attack again. Mastro Donato looks like he's going to be a good one. 6 points in 3 games. As Register across to Donahue. He's in the near side. Now around to Register is behind Idaho's net as the Steelheads spread the ice. As minute 15 into the game. Still no score. No one's taken a shot yet. As Register out ahead to Wade Murphy. Murphy left wing across the center ice. Snell tap it in. Murphy chases after it with good speed. He'll spin it towards the right wing boards as Rass over to Heiskanen. Right point. Righty shot goes wide as Nathan Burke gets it. Wearing number 24, first shift of the night. He'll get it over to the Grizzlies captain, Josh Wesley. He'll tap it along the near wing wall as Sandlin battles with Heiskanen. Both guys push each other. By stumps it back in as Miner to the near goal line. Gives it to Wesley behind Utah's net. Ahead to the near side for Mayhew, who gets around Bice. Mayhew crosses center, tried to dump it in, didn't go all the way. As Bice gets it back over towards Murphy, who skates down the middle, 1-on-4. Murphy veers off to the right. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Miner, and Trent holds on as Wade Murphy gets the first shot of the game, and we get a whistle, 2:03 in. The forward line for Idaho, that was pretty good last night. Jack Becker will take the draw. Willie Nerum and Zane Franklin. Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Ironman's in there. Cade Jensen in there defensively. So is Johnny Fairbrother. Utah wins the draw. Fairbrother will tap it off the near boards. Cole Gallant, the speedy one, crosses center ice. Gets around Canati. As Gallant enters the zone, fires it across. Nerum couldn't get it about chest high. As Penner battles with Nerum along the far corner. Messner joins the play. As Nerum trying to get towards Canati. Penner battles. Penner gets the puck. As he'll throw it up top for Jensen. Jensen lefty shot. Saved by Thompson. Rebound goes to the near corner. as Niram gets pushed by Messner. Steelheads come up with a puck as Canati travels it across center ice, skates down the middle. He'll veer it off towards the near boards. Franklin skates the corner, challenged by Jensen. Franklin's pass goes wide as he went cross ice pass. Idaho resets. They're back in their own end. Donahue over to Franklin, who dumps it in. Franklin got hit pretty hard by Cade Jensen in the corner. As Grizzlies, Teixeira over towards Jensen. Now Raby gets hit with a high stick on. The official spotted it. And the whistle blows as Idaho touches up. Francisco Arcuri, high stick Dakota Raby, and one of the two referees was right there to make the call. So the Grizzlies will be on the power play for the first time tonight. Arcuri argues his case. Utah was 1 for 2 on the power play last night. They are 35.7% here in a small sample size this season. Cutler will take the draw. Teixeira over in the right wing, Gallant in the left. Wesley and Martell up top. As the draw, no score, 3 minutes in. First power play of the night. High sticking's a call. Francisco Arcuri gets his first penalty in a Steelheads uniform. His second game in Idaho was with the AHL earlier this season with Texas. As Idaho wins the draw, Patrick Cutler fires it all the way towards Minor, who taps it to Josh Wesley. As Grizzlies start the attack, skating from right to left as Wesley skates towards the near side, drops off for Cutler. Cutler left wing gets to neutral ice. He crosses center. He veers off to the right, skates down the middle. Now he feeds it to the right side. Grizzlies enter the zone. Martell near the corner, gets up top for Wesley in the right corner. Grizzlies captain over towards Martell. Back to Cutler, over to Wesley. One-timer saved by Thompson. Rebound goes to Cutler. And they'll spin it towards the far side. It goes past Brandon Cutler and out of the zone. Both teams will change up skaters as Minor gives it towards Gianni Fairbrother. He's out there with Wesley towards the end of his shift. Wesley will skate towards the bench. He's replaced by Mayhew. Grizzlies cross center. Martell stays out there. He's at the left point. Skates towards the corner. Martell with Betts nearby. Martell gets it to Burke, left circle. A crossover to Fairbrother. One-timer goes wide. Stays in play as Mayhew couldn't keep it in as the puck kind of wobbled at the left point and took a strange turn as Mayhew chases back after it. Deep in the Grizzlies zone. 52 seconds left in Utah's first power play of the game. Still no score early on as Sandelin, right side crosses center ice, gets around Bice. Trying to get it to Burke down the middle. Burke couldn't get it as Donahue wraps it around the far side. Bouncing puck goes to center ice. Fairbrother gets it. Idaho changes up forwards. As Fairbrother, light tap ahead for Burke. Left side over to Betts, who enters the zone. Betts trying to get it back to Burke in the give and go. Now left side, Fairbrother skates around the net. He gets hit by Willie Niram. As Betts right side throws it up top for Mayhew. Mayhew on the right point. Back to Betts along the far wing boards. Across. Good job by Willie Niram to get a stick in the way as he taps it from one blue line over to the Utah blue line. 12 seconds left in the power play. Mayhew ahead to Burke. Burke will skate towards the Steelheads bench. Now in the slot near true ice will dump it in. Burke chases after it. He collides along the end wall as Seamus Donahue threw him to the glass. Teixeira feeds it towards the middle as Idaho's back at full strength. Burke trying to handle it. Donahue gets it and backhands it deep in the Grizzly zone. Teixeira chases after it. No icing. Idaho makes a line change. Successful penalty kill by Idaho. We're still scoreless 5 minutes in. Yoon crosses center ice left wing. He enters the zone. Yoon throws it towards the middle. Picked off by Arcuri, fresh out of the penalty box. As Patrick Cudler, number 47, moves out to center ice. Teixeira, Svanenbergs gets there first. 2-on-2. White centering pass out in front. Shot goes wide as Arcuri was cutting towards the net. Just didn't get much on it. Heiskanen, right point, throws it to Arcuri, who skates towards his left. Arcuri, lefty shot. Saved by Minor. And Trent holds on as he stopped all three he has seen so far. 14:24 left in the first. Still no score. Dakota Raby out there. Good to see him for the first time in the regular year. That forward line really had a dominant preseason. Raby, Martell, and Cutler. Bice will take the draw for Idaho against Brandon Cutler, and it's won by Idaho. Murphy, righty shot, and it gets blocked and deflects out of play off the protective netting. Murphy, 1 goal and 2 assists in 3 games so far this year. He was one of Idaho's best forwards last season. Martell will take the draw against Bice. Bice wins the draw. Register left side. Lefty shot goes wide as puck glides towards the near wing boards. Donahue battles with Raby. Donahue's been active so far as Cutler gains the line left side. Feeds it across. Fairbrother gets the bouncing puck. Right wing. Lefty shot gets deflected by the stick of Cutler and goes wide. Cade Jensen with a shot that's blocked by Donahue as Murphy lifts it out to center ice, taken back by Raby. Raby in his own end, back outlet pass picked off by Murphy. He'll skate towards the left circle, centers to Rassel. Lefty shot goes wide as Murphy throws to the right point. Donahue, puck exited the zone. Fan spotted it. So did the referee. Delayed offside as Raby got the pass. He moves it to center ice. Martel, right wing, gains the line, tries to get around Register. He'll take a right wing shot that goes wide as the puck glides along the near wing boards. Mayhew gets it, the Utah blue line, as he surveys. He's a +3 this season across to Wesley near the Grizzlies bench. He moves ahead to Betts, taps off his stick, and goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Betts chases after it as he collides with the Steelhead in the corner. Action physical so far as Becker across the center ice. Left wing pass towards Keller. He couldn't reach it. Wesley throws it back into the Steelhead zone as Idaho moves it towards Mastro Donato. Burke pokes it away. Goes back towards Heiskanen. Now to Nick Canati. Right wing chip to Mastro Donato. He gets cut off by Mayhew. Sandelin gets the puck. They'll throw it to Wesley. It hits off his skate. He now taps it deep in the Steelhead zone as Grizzlies make a full line change. No score 7 minutes in. Ahead towards Mastro Donato. He dumps it in. Looks like he's a pretty good prospect. Mastro Donato, good pickup by Idaho. As Teixeira wearing the A on his sweater. Throws it to the near side for Penner. Ahead to Sandelin. It bounced off his skate. Sandelin chasing after it in the near corner of the Steelhead zone. He gets hit by Bice. Yoon backs out as Niram gets the puck and throws it to Cooper Jones, number 21. Jones, diagonal pass off the near boards to White. White in the zone, right side. He'll skate towards the circle. Lefty shot, saved by Miner. Trent gets the rebound and throws it to the near corner. Steelhead still in the attack zone. Cooper Jones over to Niram, right wing. Niram fires a shot. Got redirected. Miner makes the save. Rebound goes to the near corner. White feeds up top for Niram. Niram, right wing, shot is blocked by Penner, and the puck flies towards the left corner. Penner over to the near side. Throws it out of the zone. Idaho resets as Franklin skates down the middle. Gets around two Grizzlies, and Yoon pokes to the corner. Franklin wraps it around the wall. Cudley gets it in the left point. Idaho in the attack zone over to Arcuri. High slot, one-timer's blocked as Penner out to Cole Gallant, the Western Michigan product. Gallant gets to the Idaho blue line and dumps it in as the Grizzlies make a line change behind him. 11:37 and counting left in the first. No score. Very few whistles here early on. Curry skates down the middle. Got a good size speed ratio to him as Bice hits it off the end boards. Vandenbergs feeds it and chases after it on the near side as Vandenbergs collides with Cade Jensen, who's playing a physical brand of hockey. Jensen 6'3", 218. Idaho backs out in their own zone. Donahue with an outlet pass to Svanenbergs. He taps it in as Miner throws it to the far corner. Bice trying to get it to Curry, but he was skating the opposite way. Martel left wing pass to Power. Power neutralized, takes a shot, and saved by Thompson in the butterfly position. As Register near corner, throws it towards Svanenbergs. Svanenbergs and Cutler battle along the net, taken by Becker. He tried to get to Rassel. Rassel now gets it. He enters the zone as he gets pushed by Cutler. Now Becker near corner. Wesley takes it away from him as the puck glides off the side of the net. Becker around to the far side over to Rassel. One-timer is blocked by Cutler as they get it up top for Heiskanen. Across to Register. High slot. Cutler pokes it away, but Becker takes it. Becker right side. Righty shot goes wide as he trying to go stick side on Miner. As the Steelheads throw it back to the near side from Register's stick. As Becker gets double teamed by Wesley. And as the puck exits the zone, Idaho resets. They've controlled the puck here. As Murphy throws it towards the near boards, chases after it. Mayhew throws it back to center. Heiskanen, near side, wraps it all the way around the wall. White towards the end of his shift back at neutral ice. The Grizzlies bench battles with Sandelin. Cutler across to Raby, who stops at the blue line, gets tripped up, no call. As Cudla skates down the middle, right wing pass to White, glances off the stick of Raby. As Cudla bounces off the near boards. Teixeira across to Yoon, back to Teixeira, who skates down the middle. Teixeira gets to neutral ice, left wing pass to Raby, who dumps it in. Raby gets around Cudla. Heiskanen gets there before Raby. As Betts holds up Cudla, Mastro Donato takes the puck. He skates around his own net. He skates down the middle. Mastro Donato's got good speed, gets around two Grizzlies. Skates towards the right circle. Now Mastro Donato around the net, feeds it out in front to Keller, goes between his legs. Cooper Jones right side, bounced it off of Betts and goes to the right point. White over towards Jones, got it to Keller, bounced off his stick and rolls around Utah's net as Nathan Burke carries it out of the zone right wing, 3-on-3. Burke gets to the corner, gets around Canadi and dumps it off the backboard as Betts trying to get to the middle but fanned on a pass. Keller moves it out to neutral ice as Mastro Donato, right wing with good speed, drops it off for Canadi. as he skates towards the right corner. Jensen tried to blast Canati, but got more boards than he got Canati. Grizzlies cross center with the puck as Gallant enters the zone, skates towards the slot. Righty shot goes wide as Thompson throws towards the near goal line. Taken by Niram, ahead to Mastro Donato as he stops at the Idaho blue line, throws it behind his back for Niram, who skates down the middle. Idaho doesn't have numbers, but Niram enters. He'll skate towards the left corner as Fairbrother holds him up. Franklin trying to get the puck as he bounced Gallant towards the wall. Now 2-on-2. Messner skates to the right circle. Messner tried to center it, and it went towards Thompson, who feeds it back to the near wing boards. Bice gets it from Franklin. He crosses center ice. Bice skates down the middle, 2-on-4. Veers off to the left. He'll take a lefty shot. Hits part of Minor in the side of the net. There's a lot of good action here at Maverik Center. We get a whistle. Franklin tried to trip up Wesley. Wesley never lost his balance. We get a penalty. Oh, it's going to be on Utah, though. Messner argues his case, but he's going to the box. 8:19 left in the first. Idaho will have their first power play when we come back. Still had 6 shots to the Grizzlies, 3. We're back in 30 seconds after this word from Affinity 56. Grizzlies forward Mick Messner gets 2 minutes for tripping. Time of penalty 11:41 in. No score. We have had very few whistles and a lot of flow to this game. Still looking for one team to kind of grab momentum in this game. Draw is going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Idaho only had 1 power play last night. And if I recall, they didn't get a power play goal on that occasion. Both teams have been pretty disciplined. You know, they've kind of had that good combination of playing physical hockey, playing hard, but yet not taking penalties. Draw's going to be in the left circle. White will take it against Penner. White wins it for Idaho as Kudla across to Mastro Donato just outside the right circle. He bounced it off of Dean Yakura and it goes to neutral ice. Yakura, pretty strong defensive forward, 14th year pro as Kudla backs towards Thompson. He's deep in the Steelhead zone. Now he starts the attack. Kudla on the far side gets to Mastro Donato on the right. Idaho skating from left to right this period. Jack Becker, right side back to Mastro Donato as the Steelheads in the offensive zone. White goes up top for Kudla, high slot. Kudla will dance around Yakura. He's now in the left point. Yakura chases after him. Kudla over in the corner, up top for Keller. Keller with a righty shot, and it's blocked by Penner. And the puck stays in the slot. White locates it. Shot saved by Minor. Mastro Donato behind the net. Feeds out to the left point as it rings along the right wing boards, or the far boards. Keller across towards Jones, over to Kudla. One-timer goes wide. As Wesley gets the puck, he'll tap it around the wall. Kudla keeps it in left side, but lost it. Yakura gathers it. He clears it out. Yakura got tripped up by Jack Becker. That's going to be a penalty, I think, on Becker. As Yakura was clearing it out, Becker tripped him up, and the official spotted it and made the call. 7:18 left in the first period. Still no score. Now we're going to skate 4-on-4 for about 59 seconds. And then after that, looks like Idaho or Grizzlies will have a power play. Tripping's the call. Becker's in the box. Time of penalty 12:42 into the first. The Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Betts will take the face off. Ty Pelton Bice for Idaho. Still adds 6 shots to the Grizzlies, 3. Betts crouches down. And face-off won by as Bice falls down after taking the draw. Idaho eventually wins it as Murphy chases after it in the right point with Brian Yoon. Yoon gets it, dances around neutral ice. Now he dumps it in once Betts vacated the zone. Idaho gathers it. Donahue over to Register. Feeds it to the near side for Murphy. Murphy across to Bice, who crosses center ice. Gets around Betts. Bice over to Donahue. Lefty shot is blocked by Betts. Murphy throws to the right point. Nobody was there. As Idaho will chase it back deep in their own zone. Grizzlies will change up skaters. Betts will come off as well as Teixeira and Yoon. Raby's out there with Wesley. Raby gets the puck. He throws it back to Wesley. Both teams want to be patient here on the 4-on-4 as Brandon Cutler down the middle. Gets to neutral ice. Cutler crosses center. He enters the zone from the left side. Drops off for Sandelin, who tried to get it back to Cutler, but Cutler was knocked down. Register. Challenged by Raby as Register bank around Idaho's net. He'll throw it to the near side for Bice. As Grizzlies are not only back to full strength, they start a power play. Svanenberg's left side skates around the net. He's challenged by Martel. The Svanenbergs feeds it towards the middle, bounced off a Grizzly. Cutler gets these, skates down middle, across the center ice. Chips to the left for Raby. Grizzlies in the offensive zone. Raby had the puck lift on him towards the slot. Svanenbergs over to Heiskanen, who clears it out. 37 seconds and counting left in Utah's power play. Their second of the night. Less than 6 minutes left in the first period. Still no score. As Martel crosses center ice, he enters the zone. Gets to Gallant, back to Cutler, left point. He throws to the high slot. Wesley over to the left circle for Gallant. Gallant to Cutler. Cutler in the left point, skates towards the corner. Now back to the point as Franklin pushes him. Gallant gets it across to Wesley. Wesley trying to get Raby out in front. It bounced off of Kudla. Raby gets it and throws it to Gallant in the right point. 5 seconds left in the power play. Gallant up top for Wesley, who faked a one-timer. Now Martel as Becker's out of the box. As Martel gets pushed along the glass. Still no score. Both teams have been pretty good on the penalty kill. As Becker gets it fresh out of the box. 3-on-2, they cross center ice. Steelheads have numbers. Becker skates the left circle, gets around Cutler, will take a shot. Saved by Miner. Boy, Jack Becker had a pretty good look getting around Martel and Cutler, but Miner said, no, senor. And after the whistle, some pushing and shoving as Willie Nearham and Brandon Cutler pushed each other. Josh Wesley in the area as well. Good stop by Trent Miner, probably the best he's made all game. Idaho, 7 shots to the Grizzlies, 3, but we're still scoreless with 5:04 left in the first on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
5:04 left in the first period. Still no score. Grizzlies have had 2 power plays. Idaho has had 1. Trent Miner's made some good saves here in the first period. A.J. White will take the draw against Kyle Betts. Grizz will have a bye week next week. Next game will be on Wednesday, November 8th against the Wichita Thunder. I think Wichita's playing Idaho next week. As Grizzlies win the draw, but Idaho's A.J. White over to Kanadi, right point. Idaho in the offensive zone skating from left to right as White drops off for Arcuri. He battles in the corner one-on-one with Betts as Mastro Donato throws it around the wall. Mayhew around Utah's net. The Denver product over to Sandelin. Across to Betts. It glances off of his skate. Fairbrother at center ice will lift it in as it ricochets off the far wing boards as Kanadi across to Heiskanen, who had 4 assists last night, all of them in the first 2 periods. Mastro Donato gains center ice, throws it to Arcuri, but it goes between his legs. Fairbrother far side across to Mayhew. Less than 4.5 minutes left in the first period, still no score. Mayhew across center ice. He'll dump it in. Heiskanen chases after it. Burt collides with him as Wade Murphy out to center ice as Arcuri across to Jones, right wing. Jones enters 2-on-4. He throws to the far side for Bice. Look to center to Murphy. It bounced off the skate of Penner as Murphy up top for Jones, right side. Now to Murphy, who switches places with Jones. Cutler, right point, across to Jones, is on the left side. Jones fires a righty shot. I got redirected out in front. There's a ton of bodies out there as Idaho keeps control. Jones, right point, gets hit by Messner as Rassel joins the play. He overskates it. Puck exits to center ice. Idaho resets. The Steelheads doing a good job with puck possession here in the first period. Kudla lifts it in. It bounced off the right corner deep in the Grizzlies zone. Kudla chases after it, but Yoon gets there first as Penner throws it to Messner, but it's taken away. Left side, Kudla, circle, lefty shot, glove saved by Miner. As Kudla over in the far circle, fired kind of a low liner, and Miner made about an ankle-high save. 3:26 left in the first. Still no score. Idaho's now taken 8 shots to the Grizzlies 3. But Trent Miner looks like he's been on point. He started the season opener not only for the Grizzlies, but for the AHL's Colorado Eagles a few weeks ago. Becker will take the draw against the Rooster, Jordan Martell, who scored a first-period goal in last night's game. Becker kicked out of the face-off circle. Franklin, sporting the beard, will take the draw against Martell. As the draw won by Idaho. As Becker throws it towards the boards and chases after it. Donahue over to Becker, who's double-teamed by the Grizzlies. As Becker around Utah's net, he's now to the far side. Fairbrother chasing after him. He throws it up top for Keller. Puck bounced over a stick and goes all the way deep in the Steelhead zone. Franklin having some words for Cutler. Kay Jensen communicating as well. As Keller skates around Idaho's net. Chips it ahead for Franklin and goes past him. Looks like it's going to be icing on Idaho as we get a whistle with 2:59 left in the first. Grizzlies just 3 shots here in the first period. We mentioned it in the pregame, but the Grizzlies have been outshot in all 3 games so far this season, allowing about 35 per game. In fact, 35.7 shots allowed per game. I know it's a very small sample size, but Idaho in 3 games has averaged 41.7 shots per game. Betts will take the draw with Sandelin to his left and Burke to his right. Mayhew and Wesley up top. As Idaho wins the draw, Donahue over to Register as we're still scoreless. About 3 minutes left in the first. Becker across center ice. As he'll skate in, he'll veer off to the left circle, take a righty shot, and it tapped off the stick of Wesley. Stays in play along the near boards as Franklin battles with Mayhew. Now R. Curry skates towards his left. He fired a shot, and Wesley blocks it and lifts it high into the air. It bounces in the right wing. Grizzlies get it. Sandelin, righty shot. Saved by Thompson. As Burke now on the left side wraps it around the wall, cut off by Register. It tapped off his stick. Betts skates towards the corner, gets to Wesley, swings and misses. Now he gets over to Betts at the far goal line. He couldn't handle it. Glides back to Wesley. Right wing towards the boards. He'll take a shot, saved by Thompson. As Matt Register and Ryan Sandelin push each other, then Franklin joins the conversation. Sandelin pushed him. Franklin wants a penalty, but it looks like we'll continue to skate 5-on-5. 2:21 is left in the first period. Still no score. Grizzlies now have 4 shots to Idaho's 8. Grisby hanging out in section 114, entertaining the crowd. Looks like everybody's having a good time tonight. Hopefully everybody will have fun on the Halloween weekend. It's kind of weird when Halloween's on, a Tuesday? Hard to really celebrate those weekday holidays, especially if you get no days off. As Idaho wins the draw, Cody Heiskanen moves it ahead towards Niram. Did he get a piece of it? Spanenberg's right side lifts it in, but it goes out of play. I think it left play with contribution from Brian Yoon. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. 2:15 left in the first. The fan over in row 1 comes away with a souvenir. Svanenberg to take the draw against Brandon Cutler, who's got a point in all 3 games here so far this season. And the faceoff won by the Grizzlies. Teixeira over to Yoon. Around to Martell. Far side still in the Grizzlies zone as Martell gets hit by Heiskanen. Scrum along the wall. And coming out of the piles are Curry. Over to Kudla. Right side. One-timer. Saved by Miner. That was a blast by Kudla, but Miner just gobbled it up and made the body save right about the logo crest. Just kind of crest the puck. 2:02 left in the first. Grizzlies will get some new skaters as Mick Messner talking things over with, I think that's Jared Power. Penner will take the face-off against Svanenbergs. Svanenberg's taking a ton of draws for Idaho here so far. And the face-off won by Utah as Teixeira gets out to center ice, gloved by R. Curry as the puck lifted about shoulder high, dropped it. Niram dumps it in. Less than 2 minutes left in the first period as Teixeira over to Gallant, he gets it taken away. Bice centers the Niram, who couldn't handle it. Ricochets off the near boards. Now Heiskanen, right wing. Righty shot, kick saved by Miner, and it flies out of play into row 1 of section 124. Looks like a fan in a kind of minor league looking jersey right there. Bruins jersey in attendance as well. A lot of good jerseys here from night to night. A lot of those Grizzly specialty jerseys you see from time to time. Trey Bradley jersey about 2 rows in front of me. White will take the draw near side. And it's won by Idaho. They're in the offensive zone as Donahue, lefty, right wing, lefty shot goes wide. White collides with Betts as White has the puck exit the one-on-one battle. It goes to neutralize. Jensen back in his own zone. Ahead to Sandlin, or Burke. It kicks off of him. Donahue ahead to Mastro Donato at neutralize. Across to Register, left wing. He's challenged by Betts. Betts takes it away. 2-on-2. Over to Sandlin. Take a righty shot. Saved by Thompson. Sandlin chases after it in the near corner. He gets hit with a high stick. And it's touched up by Mastro Donato. And that's going to be a penalty. Sandlin holding his face. No blood, so it's just going to be 2 minutes as Matt Register goes to the box. So a power play for the Grizzlies late in the first period. And if Utah doesn't score in the final minute 5 of the first, then it will carry over into the first 55 seconds of the second period. Cutler will take the face-off against A.J. White. Cole Gallant out there, as well as Teixeira. Up top is Martell and Wesley. First intermission, we'll go over all the scores from around the world of sports, as well as recap this first period. Utah wins the face-off, left point. Jordan Martell skates towards his right. He fires a shot, and it's blocked out in front, and Cudla clears it out. Cudla blocked the shot and then cleared it out, as he was about 10 feet in front of Brian Thompson. Grizzlies restart the attack from right to left here as Wesley gets the center ice, tries to dump it in. Had to get around Svanenbergs, and Cudla clears it out for the second time this penalty kill for Idaho. Svanenbergs will rip it off the near boards, glides towards Minor. Minor corrals it and gives it to Josh Wesley behind Utah's net. 30 seconds left in the first period as Wesley neutralized, drops off for Martell. The Rooster crosses center, right wing, over to Teixeira, who rolls it along the wall. Donahue cuts off behind Idaho's net, gets the puck, spins it back to the far side. Wesley keeps it in. Across to Gallant, along the near boards, back to Martell, who locates the puck. 13 seconds left in the period. Martell up top to Wesley, over to Cutler, back to Martell. He gets it off the boards. He resets. He feeds it towards the middle. Pelton Bice gathers it, and he clears it out. Now we'll do it for 20 minutes here at Maverik Center. As Idaho took 10 shots, Grizzlies 6. And both goaltenders were on point, and we got no score. First intermission here at Maverik Center. Good Saturday night crowd. We're scoreless after 20 minutes, as both teams will head to their respective locker rooms. All the Grizzlies go to congratulate Trent Minor for a good first period. Grizzlies, remember, will be on the power play the first 55 seconds of this second period. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes and go over some scores from around the world of sports. First intermission here at Maverik Center. Idaho nothing, Utah nothing. We're back in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Well, first intermission here at Maverik Center. No score. Saw a couple power plays. We probably saw more power play time in the first period than we saw all night yesterday. Francisco Arcuri got a high sticking minor for Idaho, 2:57 in. Mick Messner for Utah, a tripping minor, 11:41 in. And halfway through Idaho's first power play of the game, Jack Becker got a tripping minor, 12:42 in. Matt Register, a high sticking minor, 18:55 in. And Idaho killed off the penalty there in the final minute 5 of the first period. So Utah will have the power play the first 55 seconds of the second period. Not many scoring chances. Idaho had 3, Utah with 1. Utah won the face-off battle 8-7, so it was a slide edge. Grizzlies with 1 power play shot, Idaho with none. Shorthanded shots, Idaho had 1, Utah had none. Utah had 6 hits to Idaho 7. Grizz 6 giveaways, Idaho with 4. Of the Utah 6 shots, Ryan Sandelin and Josh Wesley each had 2. Jared Power and Cole Gallant with 1. For Idaho, Patrick Kudla led the way with 3 shots, and then 7 other Steelheads with 1 shot on goal. No score, and really there's not a whole lot to say about it, except for it was kind of an evenly played first period. If you looked at time of possession, Idaho probably had it a bit more than Utah, but Trent Miner, was tall to the task here on Hispanic Heritage Night. A little bit of a Halloween theme to it as well. A couple other games in action. Let's get to the Mountain Division scores. Cincinnati leads Tulsa 4-3. That game played at BOK Center. It's Tulsa's home opener. They're 0-2 on the season. So is Cincinnati. Both clubs looking for their first win of the year. Cincinnati leads Tulsa 4-3. That game with about 6 minutes left in the second period. Second intermission here over at Intrust Bank Arena. Wichita, who's the Grizzlies' next opponent, they lead Iowa 3-2. Remember, the Grizzlies are also going to face Iowa on the road November 15th, 17th, and 18th. Former Grizzly goaltender Peyton Jones is one of Iowa's 2 goaltenders, but he's the backup tonight. Hunter Jones, no relation, has stopped 25 of 28. Trevor Gorsuch of Wichita has stopped 13 of 15. Mikael Stenell and Peter Bates each have 1 goal and 1 assist for Wichita. Thunder lead the Heartlanders 3-2 after 2 periods. Late second period, Atlanta and Allen are tied at 3. First intermission over at the Monument. Kansas City leads Rapid City 2-1. Robertson has the Rapid City goal. Nakbar and Theo Calvis have the tallies for Kansas City. Kansas City with a 20-6 shot edge on Rapid City through 1 period. Other action in the league, Fort Wayne leads Wheeling 4-1. Ooh, how about this? Former Grizzly forward Cameron Wright with a hat trick for Wichita. He picked up goals 2, 3, and 4 on the season. He scored late in the first period, and then he scored 2 in the final 5 minutes of the second period. So Cameron Wright, who led the Grizzlies with 29 goals last season, has 3 for Fort Wayne. And that's the difference in the game. Fort Wayne 4 and Wheeling 1. Trois-Rivières and Reading are headed to overtime, tied at 3. Indy defeats Kalamazoo 6-2. Late third period, Jacksonville has a 3-2 lead over Florida. Looks like Maine gets a 4-3 overtime win over Adirondack. Newfoundland defeats South Carolina 5-3 as Newfoundland goes to 4-1 on the season. Game 2 of the World Series going on right now. And top of the 7th inning, Diamondbacks have a 3-1 lead. They've got 1 on and no outs in the top of the 7th. Remember, the Diamondbacks had a 2-run lead late in last night's game 1. Corey Seager had a 2-run homer in the 9th inning, and then Adolis Garcia with the walk-off as the Rangers come away with a 6-5 victory. Texas leads the series 1-0, and see if the Diamondbacks can hold on to the lead tonight. Top of the 7th, 1 on, no out. Arizona leads Texas 3-1. Let's see. A few games in the NHL. Of the games that have gone final, Nashville defeats Toronto 3-2 in overtime. Ducks over the Flyers 7-4. Florida, the defending Eastern Conference champions, they defeat Seattle 3-2. Bruins over the Red Wings 4-1. Islanders shut out the Blue Jackets 2-0. Ottawa over Pittsburgh 5-2. Currently in overtime, Winnipeg and Montreal are tied at 3. And starting at 8 o'clock, the Rangers are at the Vancouver Canucks. Both teams are 5-2 on the year. And at 8:30, Vegas takes their 7-0-1 record to LA. They take on the 4-2-1 Kings. That game starts at 8:30. In college football, a tough day for both Utah and BYU fans as Oregon defeated Utah 35-6. Texas over BYU 35-6. The big upset in college football, 6th-ranked Oklahoma loses to Kansas 38-33. So Oklahoma gets their first loss of the season. Among the action that's going on right now, early fourth quarter, Air Force leads Colorado State 23-13. Let's see if Utah State plays today as we're rolling through the scores. Nebraska over Purdue, 34-13. USC in a wild one over Cal, 50-49. Boise State over Wyoming, 32-7. In a game with some local interest for the Steelheads fans. Boise State goes to 4-4 on the year. Wyoming 5-3. And we'll go over some more scores during the second intermission. It looks like we got a lively crowd here on a Saturday night. It's kind of interesting to think about the power plays. Utah 0-2, Idaho 0-1. Really, the Grizzlies done a good job staying disciplined throughout the first 3 games of the season. You know, you're thinking about, playing disciplined, and the Grizzlies, kind of interesting last year, the Grizzlies were near the league lead in most penalty minutes. There was times when the Grizzlies had the most penalty minutes of anybody in the league. This year, at least to start things out, the Grizzlies a little bit more disciplined. And, I think Utah's got a pretty good penalty kill unit. They've certainly got some good two-way forwards. I think if you're the Grizzlies, you'd like to get some more power plays because Utah does look like they've got the potential to have like a top 5 power play unit in the league. It really starts out with quality defensemen, Kyle Mayhew, Josh Wesley, Keone Teixeira, and there's probably a couple other defensemen who aren't getting power play time that probably would be pretty good in that particular role. You got some finishers in Jordan Martell. I think Nathan Burke and Ryan Sandelin, especially once they settle in, I think they're going to be pretty good pros and could end up contributing a lot on the power play. And to see Brandon Cutler and Kyle Betts, they don't necessarily hang around the same spot on the ice. It's not like you can see them on the left circle and that's where they're going to be. They kind of float around a little bit. But you're going to get good performances from them. And Dakota Raby, we may end up seeing him see some more power play time this year, especially once he settles in and has played a few games. So I think the power play unit does have a lot of potential. Obviously, there's a lot of guys for Idaho. When they've been on the power play, Mastro Donato's certainly been critical up top, whether it's Matt Register or Patrick Kudla. Cody Haskinen can certainly fill that role as well. Idaho's got some of those guys. Wade Murphy. The thing with Idaho is they're always a balanced attack. You're always going to have guys that score about 10 to 25 goals in the regular season. And it's always tough because, all 3 forward lines seem to contribute. You're always going to get something from all 3 defensive units. For the Grizzlies, when they're rolling and when they're playing at their best, it's kind of the same way. You're getting good performances from your third line forwards. All 6 defensemen are contributing. And when you think about, the way the rosters are constructed, and you talk earlier about, losing guys to call-ups and being concerned when a guy performs really well that he might end up in the AHL not that long after. That's where it really matters maybe more than anything else in this league. Chemistry, having that consistent locker room, having that consistent work ethic, all those sort of things. And some of those things, you can't really put a number to, but game in and game out, regardless of who's in the lineup, that it's going to be, you're going to get consistent production. And you talk about 2 of the more consistent winners in the league over the last decade and a half. It's been Utah and Idaho. And it's just, regardless of what the rosters look like, anything else, that's just consistent year in and year out. And hats off to all the coaches, whether it's Everett Sheen or if it's some of the other guys, Neil Graham before Everett Sheen, for the Grizzlies, whether it's Tim Branham, Ryan Kanasowicz, it just seems to be consistent year in and year out, where you look towards the top of the Mountain Division standings. Idaho and Utah are normally right there, two teams in the top 3 or 4 every year. Well, when we come back, we'll have second period action here at Maverik Center. We're trying to break the deadlock. We're scoreless after 1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Back after this word from Rio Tinto.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Second period will begin shortly as the Zambonis are on the ice right now. We got Marty and Adam rolling things out there, and we'll see what happens here in the middle frame. Both teams scored 2 goals in the second period in last night's game. Kyle Mayhew and Josh Wesley for Utah, and 2 goals in a 27-second span. And if you missed the top of the show, they changed the scoring on one of Idaho's goals. Idaho's third goal of last night's game originally was credited to Zane Franklin. They changed it and gave it to Willie Nerum, and then 27 seconds later, Keaton Mastrodonato found the back of the net. Both teams 2-1 in the regular season, and it's certainly big for the Grizzlies to get a victory and split the 2-game set. As you're looking about the predictions as to how the Mountain Division is going to turn out, Utah and Idaho, by most predictions, 2 of the top 3 teams in the Mountain Division. And for Utah, it's certainly big here early in the regular season to protect home ice. 7 straight home games to begin the regular season and 10 of the first 13, leading up to Thanksgiving when the Newfoundland Growlers will be in town Thanksgiving week. When we come back in 2 minutes, we'll have second period action as we're scoreless here at Maverik Center on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Now we're about set to start second period action as the Grizzlies have hit the ice. Utah will be skating from left to right here to start the second period. Idaho from right to left. As we're trying to break the deadlock. Idaho 10 shots to Utah 6. We're still scoreless. But it's great to see Dakota Raby back in the Grizzlies lineup for the first time in the regular season. Right, Raby's one of those guys that he can be about as impactful as anybody out there. And think about what he did last season. 55 games. He had 11 goals, 25 assists. He had 11 power play points, and I think he's going to contribute on the power play again this year. He had 3 goals and 8 assists. think about what he did in the Kelly Cup playoffs. 1 goal in 5 games and really was impactful just about every shift he was out there. But I think about his finest hour in a Grizzlies uniform coming 1 month into his pro career, and that was April 15th of 2022, where he scored 3 goals in the game that clinched the division title for the Grizzlies. Idaho missed the playoffs, but they responded big time last year, breaking a league record with regular season wins. And, we'll see what happens this season. Idaho's got a lot of returning players, and it looks like, the guys that are new to the club, whether it's Keaton Mastrodonato or Mark Rassel, they seem to be impactful players as well. We talked about really all pregame show and some of the first period about the impact that the top forward line had for the Grizzlies in the preseason. Raby, Cutler, and Martell, and we'll see if that ends up breaking through here in the next 2 periods. Don't forget the Grizzlies are on the power play for the first 55 seconds of this second period. Nathan Burke and Ryan Sandelin will be out there. Kyle Betts as well. 2 defensemen, Gianni Fairbrother and Kyle Mayhew. On the penalty kill unit for Idaho to start the second period, A.J. White will take the face-off. He's got Jonas Vandenbergs to his left, Cody Haskinen to his right, and up top is Patrick Kudla. 20 minutes are put on the stadium scoreboard clock here for the second period. And the draw is won by the Grizzlies as they start the power play for the first 55 seconds of the period. Fairbrother skates down the middle. He's at neutral ice. He crosses center. Fairbrother, left wing pass to Mayhew. Across off the boards to Sandelin. Right point, Sandelin. Over to Mayhew. Betts, who tried to reach it, couldn't gather it. As behind Idaho's net, 2-on-2 scrum. Mayhew skates over, joins the play, gets over to Sandelin. He couldn't reach it. It was actually Fairbrother that skated to the corner. And his pass to Sandelin went wide. Grizzlies restart. 25 seconds left in the power play as Mayhew near side skates to the right wing, crosses center ice, right wing chip to Sandelin, who enters the zone. Sandelin fake centering it and instead threw it to the right side to Fairbrother near the boards. Fairbrother glides slowly towards the corner, wraps it around Idaho's net. Left side, Sandelin chips it to the corner for Betts, who gets hit by Kudla. Now Burke around the net as he'll feed it to Fairbrother, right point, late in the power play. Mayhew over to Sandelin. It's like a righty shot saved by Thompson. Lifting it out of the penalty box is Register. He chases after. He couldn't glove it. Over in the near corner, Register throws to the right side all alone. Murphy back to Register in the left circle. Slides it towards the middle. Cut off by Burke, who throws to the left point. Now Canati, siren pass, shot to score. Canati was in the left point, centered it to Zane Franklin. Franklin got Minor off balance and scored as the Steelheads have drawn first blood here tonight. Well, Canati was in the left point. Franklin was in front of the net. It was just a wide open pass. Once Franklin, really the biggest challenge to that play was the catch, and Franklin was able to gather it in front of the net. And then once he got it, found Minor off balance. Minor dove to his left, but it was too late. Franklin gets his first of the year. Remember, he scored in the second period last night, but Willie Nierum redirected it, and they changed that scoring earlier today. Grizzlies win the face-off, and they ice the puck as the whistle blows with 18:40 left in the second. Franklin with the goal, Canati with the assist. Time of goal, 1:13 into the second. Draws in the far circle. Penner will take it against Jack Becker. Penner, the Colgate product, hasn't missed a game for the Grizzlies. Dylan Fitz out for the second straight night. Right wing, Idaho wins the draw. Shot goes wide. And it's odd because Fitz, that's only the second missed game since he joined the Grizzlies in March of 2022. Cole Gallant enters left side, looks for a shot, and it's blocked by the stick of Nick Canati. His stick is laying on the ice. Idaho at neutral ice. Nierum ahead to Becker. Idaho skates from right to left as Becker dumps it in. He collides with Yoon. Teixeira chases after it. He gets it and skates around Utah's net. Brian Yoon behind Utah's net as the Grizz spread the ice about 2 minutes into the second period. Idaho leads 1-0. Yoon skates down the middle. Far wing pass to Teixeira. He gets to center ice. Ahead to Martell. Martell at the line. Trying to get over to Penner. It glanced off the stick of Teixeira. Now left side, Raby chases after it in the corner. He gets it. Skates around Idaho's net. Raby, the Michigan product, skates over to the right point. Swung and missed. The puck glided off his stick. Idaho is at 3-on-2. Murphy skates the right side. Gets to Rassel. He couldn't handle it. Mayhew gets it back. The national champ from 2022 at Denver. As he'll throw a right wing pass to Wesley. He enters. Josh Wesley with a righty shot. Saved by Thompson. And Thompson holds on as we get a whistle with 17:33 left in the second. Grizzlies hockey brought to you by Coca-Cola, where real magic is only a sip away. Utah Grizzlies hockey also brought to you by Mountain Land Supply Company. There'll be quite a few theme nights presented by Mountain Land Supply Company this year. Make sure to go to the Grizzlies team store. I still got to go down there and get my Grizzlies third jersey they're going to wear from time to time this season. There's a lot of great stuff. I also need to get a hat to cover up this ugly hair that I'm wearing right now. As draw won by Idaho, or maybe I'll just get a haircut. I'll still need a hat either way. I'll go to the Grizzlies team store to get it. Idaho crosses center ice. They don't have numbers as Keller gets around Mayhew. Mayhew pushes Keller. Action deep in the Grizzlies zone. Utah chases after it. As puck chips towards the far side, Martell lifts it to Raby. Raby trying to get the wobbling puck. He gets it off the boards. Raby enters the zone looking for Cutler. Keller with a good poke check as Register bounced it off of Raby. And over to the right point, Martell throws it in front of the net to Cutler. Cutler with a shot. Saved by Thompson. As Idaho comes back the other way. 2-on-2. Mastro Donato skates along the right wing, trying to center it to White. As Fairbrother gets a stick in the way, Fairbrother gets the puck. Gianni's his first name, near side. Diagonal pass to Raby. He reached out but couldn't get it. As Canati feeds it off the near wing boards. Goes to the Utah blue line. Cade Jensen across to Fairbrother. Out to center ice for Power. Glanced off his skate. As Gallant enters the zone, left side, gets around Register. Gallant tried to center it, but fanned on it. Now Gallant over towards Yakura, gets to the left side, shot, and kick saved by Thompson. That shot was taken by Jared Power, his best look of the regular season. Power centers over to Yakura, trying to feed it across to the right side. It's picked off by Register as Gallant was the intended receiver. Mastro Donato lifts it in, attempt off the boards in the near corner as Fairbrother skates around Utah's net. Out to center ice, goes to Betts. It glances off of his stick onto Donahue. Across to Canati. As Idaho skates from right to left. Canati to neutral ice over to Arcuri. Big time hit delivered by Kyle Betts on Canati. As Arcuri, left point, gets it, skates towards the circle. I try to feed it out in front to Nearham. Fairbrother cut in front of him. As Becker, we get a whistle. Looks like a hand pass is called as the puck lifted towards somebody about waist high. So the whistle blows for a hand pass. 15:51 left in the second. Idaho leads 1-0. Draw's going to be near the Steelheads bench. Becker will take it for Idaho. Betts for Utah. Keone Teixeira and Kyle Betts are wearing the A's when the Grizzlies are at home. And when Utah's on the road, it's going to be Tyler Penner and Dylan Fitz. As Utah wins the draw. Or Idaho wins the draw. Cudless center ice, left wing dumps it in. Miner behind his net plays it, and he'll give it to Teixeira. Hit off a stanchion, goes to the left circle. As Becker around Utah's net, being challenged by Teixeira. As Teixeira pushes Becker along the boards. Franklin spins it to the left point. Cudless couldn't keep it in. He gathers the puck, but it's at neutral ice as he'll back it out into the Steelhead zone. Across to Donahue's been active tonight. To Cudless, near side. As Idaho spreads the ice, now they start the attack. Cudless near side, ahead to Becker. Becker, left wing chip to Franklin. Idaho's in the offensive zone. Franklin, backhand shot, saved by Miner. Puck goes to Cudless, left point. Across to Donahue, right side. Now to near a one-timer. And it glances off of Franklin and goes wide. Penner clears it out to center. Donahue gets it back. Diagonal pass to the center ice logo. Bounces off of Beck's skate, stick, Burke stick. A lot of B's and a lot of M's in the Grizzlies lineup. Bice skates down the middle, enters the zone. Right wing chip over to Murphy. Righty shot, save, rebound shot. Saved by Miner again. As Murphy yelling something that's not Disney appropriate as the Grizzlies clear it out. Thompson raises his arm. Is it going to be icing? No, it's waved off. Gallant with his great speed negated it. Centers it out in front to Penner. Out to the right side for Messner. Lefty shot. Saved by Thompson. Boy, really good look there by the Grizzlies' third line as Gallant raced down and negated the icing, getting in front of Register. Fed it out towards Penner and across to Messner on the right side. Messner had a good look, but Brian Thompson has looked sharp here so far. Haskinen got a stick in the way. I don't know if that impeded Messner's shot any. And as Utah wins the draw, Cutler right wing, lefty shot, saved by Thompson as he makes a glove save about shoulder high. And he holds on as we get another whistle with 14:28 left in the second. Idaho has a 1-0 lead as Zane Franklin scored 1:13 in with Nick Canati getting the assists. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Cutler with a shot that goes wide as he fired from the right wing. As Murphy clears it out to center, bouncing puck. Cutler throws it back in. Held by Mastro Donato. Ahead to Pelton Bice, but it's picked off by Cutler. Across to Martell, right wing. Martell enters, trying to get over to Cutler. Puck lifted on him as Idaho recovers. Murphy skates towards the left circle. Righty shot, saved by Miner in the butterfly position. As action towards the far side, Wesley delivers a hit, and Murphy hits Wesley. Fans enjoying the physical plays. Utah gets the puck as Martell carries it across center, 2-on-3. Left wing pass to Raby. Raby holds on. He gets pushed by Heiskanen. Idaho starts the attack again. Ahead to Rassel. Couldn't handle it. Rassel gets it back from White. He skates towards the left circle. Rassel around the net, backhand shot. He scores! As Mark Rassel got around Kyle Betts and then went 5-hole on Miner as the backhand shot went past the goal line as the Steelheads have taken a 2-0 lead. Good play by Mark Rassel, who was a pretty good goal scorer for Fort Wayne last year. He just got around Betts craftily. And then the backhand shot just kind of slid past the goal line. He had 21 goals for Fort Wayne in 68 games last season. So it's 2-0 Idaho, 13:43 left in the second. And Grizzlies, for the second straight night, will be looking for a comeback attempt. Draw center ice, won by Betts and the Grizzlies. White gets an assist on the Rassel goal as Jensen moves out to center ice. Burke gets pushed in the back, couldn't play the puck. Goes deep in the Steelhead zone. Kanadi gets hit by Betts as over to the near side. Burke pushes. Now Betts and Kanadi get physical again as Jones behind the net as White pushes Burke as Idaho comes up with it. Mastro Donato over to Keller. Left wing to White. He couldn't reach it. White tries to get it off the boards, and Fairbrother gets there first. Right side, Jones with a shot that's blocked by Burke as behind Utah's net. Mastro Donato. Near side, Mastro Donato in the circle. Look to center. It kicked off a Jensen skate. Svanenberg's over to Jones. He lets it go. Keller challenged by Fairbrother as Keller throws over to the right point for Jones, who skates to the corner. He gets hit by Burke. As Jones gets held up, Svanenbergs gets the bouncing puck, rolls it along the wall. Betts gathers it, throws to Sandelin. Sandelin couldn't handle it. As Kanadi will dump it back in. He was in Steelheads territory, and because of that, Idaho's going to get called for icing. 12:41's left in the second. Rassel scored 6:17 into the period, with White getting the assist. So 2 goals for Idaho here in the first segment of this second period. Penner will take the draw against Svanenbergs. Idaho has outshot Utah 13-7. So Utah with a slide edge here in the second period. Actually, both teams have taken 7 shots on the other. Slide edge, I guess. Yoon skates to the right side, take a righty shot. Saved by Thompson. And now the Grizzlies have a slide edge, 8-7. And after the whistle, some pushing with Messner out in front and Gallant as Idaho trying to protect their netminder. Timeout, we'll take one as well. 12:33 left in the second. It's Idaho 2, Utah 0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. We'll be back after this word from America First Credit Union.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
This broadcast is presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott, producing premier American copper and proudly celebrating 120 years of operations in the Utah community. Still looking for Utah's first goal, so you can still make your pick for the opt-in first goal of the game as to who's going to score first for Utah. I don't remember who I went with, although I feel like Sandelin could be a good pick. Can also go with Cole Gallant to get his first in a Grizzlies uniform. Gallant did score 2 goals in 7 games with Trois Rivières towards the end of last season. Svanenbergs will take the draw against Tyler Penner. Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man, sporting a beard. I think it's game 147 in a row. Make that 148 in a row in the regular season as Utah is in their 4th game. Acting head coach Christian Horn talking with one of the referees as Jared Power gets to the bench. Draw won by Idaho. They skate from right to left here in the second period as Franklin dumps it in. And Arcuria chases after it, but Yoon with good speed as icing is called. And it's almost like Idaho won the draw and fired it in, trying to negate the icing, hoping Arcuria would would win with the battle, the foot race with Yoon, but Yoon displaying some good speed as the whistle blows with 12:26 left in the second. Penner and Svanenbergs battle in the face-off circle again. As Grisby wrestling with a fan behind Idaho's bench. Utah wins the draw. Teixeira centers to Gallant, goes past him and ricochets off the near boards as Kudla battles with Messner as Penner wraps it around the wall. Teixeira races over to the left point. He throws to the corner as Gallant battling with the referee. It bounced off the ref's skate as Gallant 2-on-2 battle in the far corner of the Steelhead zone. 8 minutes into the second period, Idaho leads 2-0. As they continue to scrum, Kudla and Franklin looking on. Penner for Utah. As puck's still there, Grizzlies come out of the pile with a puck. They try to get to Penner. Penner feeds towards the near boards. Yoon wraps it around the boards from the right side as it glides towards the far wing. Franklin lifts out to center ice. Played with a high stick by Messner as we get a whistle as Messner is near the center ice logo. So the draw is going to come out to center ice. Utah looking to find a way to change momentum in this game as Idaho leads 2-0. Both goals scored in the first segment of the second period. Faceoff's actually going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Utah skating from left to right here in the second period. Grisby trying to give a Grizzlies jersey. That's the third jersey. You're seeing it on Flow Sports behind Idaho's bench. He holds it up near the glass behind Everett Sheen. So it looks like Grisby went to the team store. That's a smart move. As Utah wins the draw, Wesley rolls it along the boards. It's going to be icing on Utah as Raby skates over there, but Register with the long strides gets there to, I believe, the hash marks. We've seen some close calls, and it seems like when in doubt, they're going to call icing, on those races. Just kind of a player safety thing, although Raby was a step behind Register in that case. Cutler will take the draw as Idaho leads 2-0. Draw in the far circle against Becker. This time Utah wins it as Mayhew moves out to center ice. Martell has it poked away by Heiskanen. Mark Rassel throws it back to Heiskanen, who had 4 assists last night, over to Becker near Utah's bench. Becker will button hook towards the near side. Neutral ice. He'll chip it off the near wall for Nierum. We're trying to get it back to Becker. Raby poked it away. Becker and Raby were teammates at the University of Michigan. As Register over to Becker, back to Register, left side. Trying to get over to Becker. It glanced off the skate of Kyle Mayhew. In the near corner, Idaho in the attack zone, centers it over to Cutler. He rolls to Miner, covers up as Cutler had to bounce off his stick, and then Miner covered up. So we get a whistle with 11:04 left in the second. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone again. A lot of action in the NHL. We'll go over some scores during the second intermission. Top of the 8th inning in Game 2 of the World Series. Diamondbacks lead the Rangers 4-1. Rangers lead that series 1-0. Betts will take the draw against Ty Pelton Bice in the near circle. Last time these teams will meet for a decent amount of time as Utah wins the draw. Jensen towards Burke, back to Jensen across to Fairbrother, who's over in the near side. Fairbrother with Bice chasing after him, moves out to center. Sandlin and Betts in the area. Sandlin gains the line, throws it off the far wing wall as Murphy tries to clear it out. It stays in. Burke gets pushed at the blue line, keeps it in. Betts gets hit in the back by Donahue. Fans want to call, but none to be had. As Sandlin at center ice battles with our Curry. Goes back to a Grizzlies defenseman, Cade Jensen, across to Fairbrother, who outlets it from blue line to blue line. Grizzlies enter. Sandlin skates towards his right, high slot righty shot. Kick saved by Thompson. Puck bounces off the glass and stays in play. Near side, Yakura overskates it. He pushes Kudla as Burke, right side, gets back checked by our Curry, who gets it, and he'll tap it off the near boards as foot race in the slot. Mastro Donato gets pushed. He gets double teamed. He wanted a call, but none to be had. It was actually Murphy looking for an interference call, but it was just a clean race. Kudla to center ice looking for our Curry. He gets slashed by Jensen, but our Curry centers over to Murphy. Backhand shot saved by Miner. That was actually Mastro Donato, number 8. As our Curry was over in the left point, centered to a cutting Mastro Donato, who got a backhand shot off, but Miner was able to make the save. They show the replay. Betts got pushed down by Donahue, but no call. As we played on. Boy, Mastro Donato looks like he's going to be a good one for Idaho. We talk about newcomers to the club and, really for both teams. And for Mastro Donato, he looks like he's a big-time pickup. As Idaho wins the draw, left wing, shot goes wide. Mastro Donato played at Canisius College. Canisius over the last 4 years. White over to the right side. Canati with a one-timer that goes wide as he fired from the high slot. White around the wall as Grizzlies trying to find a way to get momentum, but they're in their own zone as Hume ahead towards Jared Power. Back to Gallant. 2-on-2. Gallant crosses center ice with speed. Gets around Canati. Gallant to the corner. Canati cuts him off. Canati over to Mastro Donato. Keaton's his first name. 6 feet, 205 pounds, only 23 years old. Out to center ice for White. He couldn't handle it. Keller joins, and he'll dump it in from the left wing from just outside the blue line. Idaho makes a full line change. Grizzlies spread the ice. Yoon outlets to Raby at center ice, right wing. Raby will dump it off the end boards. Cutler chases after it. Cutler tries to feed it out in front, bounced it off for Raby, and Franklin takes over. Zane Franklin, far side, pitchforks it out to center ice as Niram chases after it. No icing. Wesley in the corner. Wesley gets pushed by Niram as Wesley feeds it from one side to the other. Franklin feeds it out in front. It glanced off the skate of Wesley out in front of the crease. The puck glides towards the near side. Register left point over to Heiskanen. He gets around Raby. Good poke check by Raby as the puck goes out to center ice. Idaho resets. Register left wing, cross the center. Ahead to Franklin, who enters. Becker dumps it into the corner. Franklin chases after it. Franklin gets hit by Wesley and goes down. As Grizzlies fans like that, Wesley gets the puck. He skates down the middle. He crosses the center red line. Now he crosses the blue. Ahead towards Betts, but it's cut off by Heiskanen. Boy, Idaho's defense has been on point here so far. Murphy hits Raby. Grizzlies enter from the left side as Betts gets dragged down by Heiskanen, no call. As Mark Mayhew behind the net battles with Register. Betts lifts it high into the air, bounces off the far boards. As Martel skates the corner, gets tripped up by Register, and the official spotted it. Jordan Watt, the referee, made the call. Register is going to the box, but I wonder if Utah is as well. I think it's going to be a penalty on both sides. Register is going to get a trip. I think Martel might get embellishment. As Watt tells the linesman to go get Martel. Yeah, that's exactly what the call is. They give Register a trip, but then it looks like Martel got a diving and embellishment penalty. Martel can't believe it, but he goes to the box as well. So it looks like we'll skate 4-on-4, no power play. The fans voice their displeasure, and Martel does as well. He can't believe it. He slams the door in the penalty box, slams it shut. They show a replay. Register tripped up Martel. He went down, and the officials, or Jordan Watt in particular, raised his arm, believes that Martel dove on the play, and he immediately called it. So we're going to skate 4-on-4. Christian Horn having some words as well, as he can't believe it. He saw the replay, and he puts his right palm in the air. So instead of the Grizzlies being on the power play, we're going to skate 4-on-4. The ice does open up a little bit more. Could end up being a scoring chance for either team. Idaho wins the draw. Stick goes flying in the air, and it's Kyle Betts. He'll get a new one from Jackson Hibbard, the new equipment manager. As Cudless skates in, drops off for Rassel. Idaho in the offensive zone left side. As Rassel skates towards the right side as Sandelin's pushing him. Rassel, right side. Sandelin continues to push him as the fans give the officials a report card, and it doesn't appear to be a passing grade. As Bice, Sandelin over in the far corner, one-on-one battle. Sandelin comes out with the puck. The Michigan State all turnover. Cudlip throws to the right side. Bice shot saved by Minor. As Rassel trying to find the puck, it goes to Cudlip. Cudlip over into the left circle. Centers across the Bice. Shot saved by Minor. Boy, grade A chance by Idaho, and Minor said, no, senor. As Sandelin throws it to Yoon. Grizzlies change up forwards. 4-on-4 action for the next minute plus. Sandelin over to Martel, or make that Mayhew. Now to Burke, Nathan Burke, right side, skates towards the slot. Lefty shot, saved by Thompson. Beck goes down after taking the shot by Canati, no call. Arcuri ahead to White at neutral ice near the Grizzlies logo. White throws it near the Grizzlies bench. White gets pushed along the boards. And fans like that. As White keeps his feet, so does Canati. Both guys were hit by Grizzlies near Utah's bench. Mayhew behind Utah's net as Trent Minor has some words for him. Mayhew left side, flying down the zone. Now he enters over to the left side. Burke gets pushed by White. Burke on the left side. Feeds over to Mayhew. One-timer, kick save by Thompson. What a blast by Kyle Mayhew. And somehow, some way, Brian Thompson made the stop. Stays a 2-0 game. Great look by Kyle Mayhew. That might be the best look the Grizzlies have had all night. I don't know how Thompson was able to make that save kind of ankle high, corral it, and not let it bounce back to Mayhew. Looks like Brian Thompson, the Idaho goaltender, he had a rough outing in the season opener, and it looks like he's made up for it with a good performance here tonight. Thompson played with Lethbridge in the WHL over the last 5 years. Cutler will take the draw against Jack Becker as Utah still looking for that first goal of the game. They're skating 4-on-4 for the next 23 seconds. 6.5 minutes left in the second. Idaho leads 2-0 on goals from Zane Franklin, Zane Franklin and Mark Rassel. Idaho wins the draw. They enter the zone as Donahue dumps it to the right corner. He gets pushed by Cutler. Cutler got more glass than Donahue as Becker, left point, feeds it off of Raby. Grizzlies attack. Cutler, right wing pass to Raby. Grizzlies enter. Raby drops off for Cutler. Cutler, right side, shot blocked by Becker. Cutler throws it between his legs towards the crease, and Keller throws it back to the corners. Keller pushes Martell. Raby over there with Haskinen. 2-on-2 battle in the corners. We're skating 5-on-5 now as Raby feeds up top for Wesley. Right side, I'll take a righty shot. Glove saved by Thompson. And he was firing away. Two Grizzlies were skating towards the slot, and Martell and Cutler each went down. 5:44 left in the second. Idaho leads 2-0 on goals from Zane Franklin and Mark Rassel. We're back in 1 minute after this word from Affinity 56.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
5:44 left in the second period. It's the Steelheads 2 and the Grizzlies nothing. Draw's going to be in the Steelhead zone as Everett Sheen talking with the referee. They're still working on the ice near Idaho's bench. Martell will take the draw against A.J. White. Well, you almost have a feeling that Martell's due for a blast from the left circle. Who knows if that's going to happen here late in the second period. The Grizzlies looking for some momentum, obviously playing catch-up here. Down 2. Grizzlies were down 2 in the third period, and then Nathan Burke scored 16-11 into the third, and then the Grizzlies had a power play. Tonight, just been a good back-and-forth battle. Good goaltending matchup. Miners look solid at times, stopping 18 of 20. I think Christian Horn is still upset at that call. It was the other guy, though. He was talking to Rocco Stakoviak, even though it was Watt that made that call with the embellishment with the Martell. There was a play right before the whistle where the Grizzlies were skating towards the slot from the right side and were pushed down by two Steelheads. Idaho wins the draw. They lift it out to center ice. Mastro Donato gets the bouncing puck, the Canisius College product. Wraps it around the wall as Keller collides with Fairbrother. Now down the middle. White with a lefty shot. Saved by Miner. Boy, the puck was over on the left side. It centered it to White. White had a good look, and Miner made the save as he stopped 19 of 21 here so far. And for the Grizzlies, you'd like to find a way to establish some offensive zone time. And that's where I think the Grizzlies would have loved to have had that power play when Register tripped up Martell. It's interesting when you show the replay. I mean, Register's stick was right there near Martell's knee. I guess, he got called for diving and embellishment. It's just the way it goes. As the break went Idaho's way, as the draw goes to Utah, as Wesley to Mayhew behind the net. And if you're watching on Flow Sports, I guess you make your judgment there on that call as to what you saw. Grizzlies clear it out. Thompson raises his arm, and the linesmen agree. Icing is on Utah. 5:20 is left in the second period. Second intermission, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports. We're in the final game before Halloween. Grizzlies will be off next week. Interesting to get a bye week this early in the regular season. Draw one by Utah's Wesley over to Mayhew around Utah's net. Chips it past to Grizz as Canadi right side fires a lefty shot, and Miner makes the save. White was trying to redirect it but missed it as Miner corralled it right there about near the logo at the chest and holds on. 5:12 left in the second. Idaho's up to 22 shots. They had 10 in the first period, 12 here so far in the second. Grizzlies had 6 shots in the first. They were up to 12 in the second period. So both teams with 12 shots here in the middle frame. Bice and Penner will take the face-off. Bice is kicked out. Mark Rassel will take the draw. Rassel, 21 goals with Fort Wayne last year, and he scored 1 here tonight. Draw 1 by Utah. Mayhew's had plenty of ice time tonight. Skates down the far side near the bench area. Head to Yakura down the middle. Drops off for Wesley. Wesley with a righty shot. Saved by Thompson. Thompson holds on as he crowded about at the Steelheads logo in the front of his jersey. And the one thing Brian Thompson's done a good job of here tonight, there's not been many second chances. Thompson's really settled in and played a good game. But he has seen 13 shots in this second period. That was a good look by Josh Wesley. Good job by Dean Yakura, spotting Wesley behind him and dropping it off. Betts, Sandlin, and Burke on the ice. Mayhew and Wesley up top. Boy, Mayhew and Wesley have played a ton of minutes here in the second period. Bice will take the face-off for Idaho. He wins it. Canadi over to Cooper Jones behind Idaho's net. He'll wrap it along the far side. Murphy gets hit by Mayhew as Murphy gets back to his feet. Murphy and Mayhew, the 2 number 6s on the respective clubs. Idaho in the offensive zone, right side. They start it to Murphy. He'll take a righty shot. And the puck lifted on him and bounces off the glass behind Miner's net. Josh Wesley, the Grizzlies captain, lifts it out. The former Tulsa Oiler and Florida Everblade as Canadi gets it center ice. Gets around Sandlin. Canadi, good speed. Skates towards the right side. Feeds it out in front. Murphy gets it. Shot. Saved by Miner. As Murphy skating towards the slot as the puck was gliding towards him. He didn't get all of it. The Grizzlies might have gotten a stick in the way. And Miner was able to catch a change up about waist high. 4:31 left in the second. As both teams will change up skaters. Betts will come off. Keone Tekshera talking things over with Brian Yoon. Martel will take the face-off against Jonas Vandenbergs. Vandenberg, second-year pro, crouches down. Face-off won by Idaho. As Niram, left side near the corner up top for Register. Left point, fires lefty shot. Bounces off a Miner, and he's able to hold on. I don't think Miner had good vision of it. It bounced off probably the left side of his chest, and luckily for him, the puck didn't bounce any further in front of the crease, and he was able to just easily cover up. Good job by the Grizzlies defensive unit to box out Idaho in front of the net to allow Miner to corral it. Grizzlies win the draw. Yoon will lift it out to Raby. Raby to Martel. He couldn't get it. And Register skates over there. Icing is on Utah as Raby is trying to hit Martel, and the pass was incomplete. Seemed to be the theme for both Utah and BYU earlier today. Incomplete passes. Both BYU and Utah lost their games by a 35-6 score. Luckily, we got beverages in the concession stands for those fans that want to drown out their sorrows. Tough one, though. Hey, for the Idaho fans, their Boise State Broncos got a win over Wyoming earlier today. Draw 1 by Idaho. As Register, right side, skates towards his left. He'll fire a shot. Kick saved by Miner in the butterfly position. Rebound to the near side is Niram. Over to the near side for Franklin. Left circle. Righty shot saved by Miner. Rebound shot goes wide as Vandenbergs with the second attempt. Franklin knocks down a Grizzly and Brian Yoon. Grizzlies want a call. None to be had as Burke slams his stick along the boards. As Franklin collides with Martel. Franklin loses his stick. He picks it up again. Action still in the Grizzlies zone as Raby collides with Heiskanen. Ahead for Martel. He couldn't reach it. And the Grizzlies are called for icing again with 3:37 left in the second. I think next week Idaho is taking on Wichita from what I saw. I think Grizzlies fans will watch that series. That's a 3-game set at Idaho Central Arena, November 1st, 3rd, and 4th. Grizzlies next week are off, and the Wichita Thunder will be the Grizzlies' next opponent here at Maverik Center. Next home game for Utah will be Wednesday, November 8th, the Bud Light College night to start the series. Grizzlies win the draw. Cutler clears it out. This time no icing as Donahue got a stick in the way, so the Grizzlies make a full line change. Donahue races out of his zone. Fakes it to Cudla. Now he backs it out to Cudla. It crosses the center ice red line. Cudla gains the line, gets around Keller. Left wing, lefty shot, kick saved by Miner. As Donahue, right point, over towards Arcuri. It bounces over his stick. Left side near the corner. Becker trying to break free of Fairbrother. Becker pushed to the right side. Fairbrother holds up Becker. Messner skates over there along with Keller. 2-on-2 battle as Becker breaks free of Fairbrother. He feeds it towards the net, and Gallant will take it away for Utah. 3-on-3. Gallant diagonal pass to Penner off the boards. Penner chasing after it on the right side. Gets it, skates around Idaho's net, as he drops off for Messner. Messner on the left side gets up top as Fairbrother fires off the end boards. As Messner around the net gets double teamed, he skates back to the corner, far side over to Fairbrother. Tried to chip it out in front to Gallant. It glances off of his skate. Now rolls to the left side. Penner, righty shot. Saved by Thompson. And after the whistle, Donahue and Fairbrother push each other. As Penner had a good look from the left circle, but Thompson was able to make the save. 2:31 left in the second. Idaho still leads 2-0. Both teams will change up skaters. Nobody scored in the first period. Idaho got on the board 1:13 into the second as Franklin scored with Canati getting the assist. Idaho made it 2-0, 6:17 in as Rassel got the goal with A.J. White getting the assist. They show the group that sang before the game. It looks like they're happy to be here, sitting in section 125. You see on Flow Sports. Utah wins the draw. Betts shot, and it's blocked by White and flies out of play. 2:25 left in the second. We get another whistle. Grizzlies will keep the same five-man unit on the ice. Sandelin, Betts, and Burke. Betts will take the draw. Wesley and Mayhew up top. Backup goaltender tonight for the Grizzlies is Dante Giannuzzi. Metcalf just sitting it out as he's watching the game from somewhere here at Maverik Center. Undisclosed location. Utah wins the draw. Wesley left side, rolls along the wall. Burke goes down as Register pushed him. Betts to the left side, skates towards the point. Now he veers off to the right. Betts to the right side, gets around Rassel. Now Betts stops along the near boards, surveys. Betts fires towards the net. Got redirected by Sandel and stick and glides to the left corner. Mayhew tried to throw it from one corner to the other. Register picked it off, throws it back to the far corner. Mastro Donato slides it out to neutralize. Mark Rassel gets it along the near boards. Left wing, he crosses center ice. Now he enters the blue line. Rassel tried to get it out in front. Mastro Donato couldn't reach it. As 2-on-2 behind Utah's net. Wesley gets it. He's along the near side. Centers it off of Heiskanen at center ice. Mastro Donato across to Register. He's in the Steelhead zone. Grizzlies change up forwards. 1:33 and counting left in the second. Idaho leads 2-0. Register over to Bice. Left side, he crosses center ice. Bice enters the zone. Skates towards the left circle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Minor as Keller pushes along with Gallant. Idaho, right corner. Murphy tried to center it. It bounced off the stick of Yoon. As Murphy gets pushed. Wesley out to Martell. Murphy, left side, kept the line according to the linesman. Over to the right side for Donahue. He skates towards his left to take a lefty shot. And it's blocked by Wesley and glides towards the far wing boards. As now behind the goal line. 1 minute left in the second period. As Wesley head to Raby, trying to get to Martell. Once again, he couldn't reach it. Martell and Kudla battle. Kudla lifts Martell's stick and takes the puck. He moves ahead to Bice. Left side, drops off for Keller. Keller skates towards his right. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Minor. Trent holds on. 43 seconds left in the second. Idaho leads 2-0. Draws in the far circle. 43 seconds left. A lot of shots on both sides here in the second period. Idaho's up to 28 with 16 of them in the second period. Grizzlies 14 shots in the second. Betts will take the draw against Jack Becker. As it's won by Utah. Fairbrother lifts it high into the air. Bounced at center ice. Gallant had to go behind him as Kudla comes up with it for Idaho. Across to Donahue. Far circle in the Steelhead zone as Idaho skates from right to left. Across to Kudla. Back to Donahue. Skates down the middle. Donahue stops. Throws to the left side for Nearham, who one time tapped it in. As it glides along the boards. Minor slides to the right side as Messner gets hit by Donahue. Franklin reverses it back to the left corner. Fairbrother lifts it to Gallant, who bounces off of Becker. Now the Grizzlies 1-on-2. Messner enters. High slot. Lefty shot. Collides off the stick of Kudla and flies out of play. 5 seconds are left in the second period. And unless the Grizzlies can find a way to win the face-off and quickly take one on top, so it looks like it's going to be 2-0 Idaho after 2 periods. Grisby entertaining the crowd. He's now in section 116. Good Saturday night crowd here at Maverik Center. Martell will take the draw against the Idaho captain, A.J. White. And the drop won by Idaho. Bounced off a skate. Texture at the buzzer fires a lefty blast that goes wide, and that will do it for 40 minutes here at Maverik Center. Zane Franklin and Mark Rassel each found the back of the net, and the Steelheads have a 2-goal lead heading into the third. Through 40 minutes here at Maverik Center, it's Idaho 2, Utah nothing. We're back in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Radio Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
You having fun? Yeah, me too. 2-0 Idaho, second intermission. No team scored in the first period. Idaho outshot Utah 10-6. A lot of shots on both sides in the second period. Idaho had 18, Utah 14. Steelheads found the back of the net twice in the second period. 1:13 into the second. Zane Franklin scored, but Nick Canati gained the assist. Canati was in the left point, just kind of centered it out in front of the crease to Franklin. Pass connected, and once Franklin got the pass from Canati, it was one-on-one with Franklin and Minor. Minor dove to his left to try to make the stop, but Franklin just got it past him for Idaho's first goal of the game. Time of goal 1:13 in. And then 6:17 into the second, Mark Rassel made it 2-0. He got his third of the year with A.J. White and Matt Register getting the assists. Grizzlies are 0 for 3 on the power play. Idaho is 0 for 1. Trent Minor through 2 periods has stopped 26 of 28. He's been pretty solid tonight. Brian Thompson for Idaho, who's currently on an AHL contract, a 1-year deal with the Texas Stars. He has stopped all 20 he has seen through 2 periods. Second period stats. Let's combine the two first and second periods. Utah with 6 scoring chances, Idaho with 10. Face-offs, well, there was a ton. There was a lot more face-offs in the second period. There was 15 face-offs in the first, 28 in the second. Grizzlies look like they've got an edge, 24-19 in the face-off circle through 2 periods. Utah with 2 power play shots. Idaho has had none. Idaho with 1 shorthanded shot. That came in the first period. Utah has 15 hits to Idaho's 14. Grizzlies with 13 giveaways through 2 periods, and Idaho with 9. Scoring chances, Idaho with 7 in the second period, 10 through 2 frames. Grizzlies with 6 scoring chances, 5 of the 6 coming in the second period. A lot of action from around the league, a busy night. Let's go over the Mountain Division scores. Second intermission, Rapid City leads Kansas City 3-2. As Rapid City scored 2 unanswered in the second period. Bennett and Yamamoto with the Rapid City goals. Kansas City has outshot Rapid City 29-15, but it's Rapid City that's got the 3-2 lead after 40 minutes. Late third period, Atlanta leads Allen 5-3. As Allen has Sinclair in net, he has stopped 33 of 38. Atlanta with one power play goal. Allen 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Atlanta has outshot Allen 38-25. So looks like Allen's going to fall to 1-2 on the season, barring a miracle. Atlanta will go to 2-0. Games that have gone final. Wichita has won 2 in a row after starting the year 0-3. They defeat Iowa 4-3. As Polio got the game winner, 13-31 into the third with Merrick and Watts getting the assist. Former Grizzly netminder Trevor Gorsuch stopped 30 of 33. Gorsuch was one of 7 goaltenders to appear in a game for the Grizzlies in the 2020-21 season. Late third period, Cincinnati leads Tulsa 6-3. Both clubs looking for their first win of the year as both teams are 0-2. Cameron Wright had a night for Fort Wayne. The former Grizzly scored 3 goals. It's kind of a natural hat trick. He got Fort Wayne's second, third, and fourth goals. He scored 17:53 into the first and then 2 in the last 5 minutes of the second period. Right, with 3 goals, he was a +2, and he was the number 1 star of Fort Wayne's 7-3 victory over Wheeling. In a shootout, Trois-Rivières defeats Reading 4-3. Let's see if Bryson Martin played. He did. Grizzlies defenseman last year. He was a +1 and had 2 shots for Trois-Rivières. Matthew Boucher had 1 assist and was a +2. The former Rookie of the Year back in the 2020-21 season for the Grizzlies. Trois-Rivières in a shootout wins 4-3. Indy over Kalamazoo 6-2. Jacksonville is a 4-3 winner over Florida. It was also a 4-3 final. In overtime, Maine defeated Adirondack. And Newfoundland gets the victory 5-3 over South Carolina. The Growlers go to 4-1 on the season. Game 2 of the World Series, top of the 9th inning. Arizona leads Texas 7-1. So barring a miracle by the Rangers, looks like Arizona is going to even up the series 1 game apiece. Gabriel Moreno with his 4th home run of the postseason. Tommy Pham 2 doubles. Alec Thomas also with a double for the Diamondbacks. For the Rangers, their lone run so far was a home run by Mitch Garver. Top of the 9th inning. 1 on, no outs. Diamondbacks lead the Rangers 7-1. That game played in Arlington. Both teams will be off Sunday. Game 3 of the World Series will be on Monday at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Local college football, Texas defeats BYU 35-6. And Oregon over Utah by a score of 35-6. Sad news in the entertainment world. Matthew Perry, who played Chandler Bing on Friends, he passed away earlier today in a drowning accident. He was 54. Utah State is off this week. They will face San Diego State next Saturday. One NBA score of note, early second quarter. Suns lead the Jazz 40-34. 9 NHL games, the majority of them have gone final. Ducks defeat the Flyers 7-4. Panthers over the Kraken 3-2. Bruins stay undefeated in regulation. They defeat the Red Wings 4-1. Islanders shut out the Blue Jackets 2-0. In a shootout, Montreal is a 4-3 winner over Winnipeg. In overtime, Nashville over Toronto 3-2. And Ottawa defeats Pittsburgh 5-2. First intermission, Rangers lead the Canucks 1-0. Both teams are 5-2 on the year. And early first period, Golden Knights and Kings are scoreless. Vegas is 7-0-1 this season. The Kings are 4-2-1. Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are off tonight. And the Idaho Steelheads NHL affiliate, the Dallas Stars, are also off tonight. If we're talking about 2 of the best affiliates in the league, the Grizzlies have gotten a ton of help this season from the Colorado Avalanche organization. And year in and year out, the Steelheads have really gotten a lot of help from the Dallas Stars and their AHL affiliate, the Texas Stars. And so you're talking about, we talked about in the first intermission, killing time before the start of the next period, about how the affiliates really about how both teams have been consistent winners. And, well, this season is no different. They've gotten good help from their affiliates, and year in and year out, they always seem to get good help. I mean, the thing last year that was kind of the kicker is the Avalanche and Eagles both had a bunch of injuries, and that in turn affected how many players the Grizzlies got from their affiliates, either guys that either had an NHL deal or an AHL contract. We talked about why both teams are consistent winners, that consistent culture. Both teams that have that distinct identity, and both teams, that have coaches that know how to go out and get the players that fit their personnel, that fit their system, get the personnel that fits. Having help from your affiliate definitely helps, because those guys in theory should be high-end type of players, and those are the kind of guys that end up making the difference in certain hockey games. And that could end up making the difference between being a 500 team and being 7 or 8 games above 500, or even more than that, just based on your affiliate help. And, the Grizzlies and Steelheads have certainly benefited from that over the last handful of years. When we come back, we'll talk some hockey and have third period action here at Maverik Center as the Grizzlies are looking for a comeback. Idaho leads 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games,
Now we're through 2 periods here at Maverik Center. Idaho leads 2-0 as Cam McGuire, the multi-award-winning broadcaster, puts his headset on across from Section 114. Good to see Cam traveling with the team all season long as he gets the best opportunity to put together an A-plus broadcast over on the Steelhead side. It's kind of odd to have a bye week next week, but that's what the Grizzlies have. The Grizzlies can watch their next opponent, the Wichita Thunder, take on the same Idaho Steelheads team. 3-game set over Idaho Central Arena. Face-off all 3 nights will probably be at 7:10. Looking forward to that next homestand, though, as the Grizzlies face the Wichita Thunder. Don't forget, Wednesday night's going to be a Bud Light College night with discounted student tickets. Friday, November 10th, is going to be the second AFCU Friday of the regular year, and with every AFCU Friday, tickets start just $8, and you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverik Center box office. And Saturday night's going to be a lot of fun as well. And don't forget that Friday, November 10th, is going to be Pride Night as well, the 3rd annual Pride Night. Wonder if the Grizzlies will be wearing some specialty jerseys for the occasion, as Grizzlies really had some sharp-looking Pride Night specialty jerseys last year. Face off next for the Friday game, 13 days from now, will be at 7:10. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 36th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everybody for your support of ECHL hockey. ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Belleville University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Group, sponsors of the 2024 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Dash, the official mobile auction platform. You can go to the Dash auction apps and bid on the game-worn jerseys, goal pucks. Yesterday the Jordan Martell goal was on the Dash auction app. That was Utah's first goal of the night. ECHL also brought to you by the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider. Fan Saves, official digital couponing platform. Couponing, that's a pretty tough word to say. I'm 0 for 2 this weekend on that. Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider. Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider. I get a lot of stuff from Howie's Hockey Tape. In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider. And by Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv. Everybody's watching the game on Flow Hockey. I had some technical difficulties on the Idaho side yesterday. Hopefully those are cleared up for tonight, as they're playing the Ghostbusters song here at Maverik Center. It's Hispanic Heritage Night, but there's a little bit of a Halloween theme to it as well, as it's the last Grizzlies home game before Halloween, which will be on Tuesday. I don't know. I always like Butterfingers is kind of my favorite Halloween treat. Snickers is always a good option. Although, let's face it, 36 years old and fat, I need to not eat any of the Halloween candy this year. Well, it looks like both teams are about set to hit the ice. And when we come back in 1 minute, we'll have third period action as Idaho leads Utah 2-0. Zane Franklin and Mark Rassel had second period goals with skate 5-on-5 when we come back after this word from Rio Tinto.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Night after night, Grizzlies hockey never disappoints, and it's always fun to come out to Maverik Center. Everybody loosening up to get ready for the third period. I wonder how important the first 5 minutes are going to be for the Grizzlies and their comeback attempts. Do the Grizzlies need to get one early in the third period? They always say, and it's probably a cliche, and it's usually true, you get a game like this, 2-goal contest, next goal's probably going to decide it. Idaho, last season, really one of their hallmarks, they had a lot of third period leads, and they did a great job holding on to them. There when the Grizzlies were making their rally last 3 minutes of regulation down by 1. Idaho did a good job keeping everything to the perimeter and not doing too much. Just get the puck, clear it out, things like that. So I wonder how much puck possession Idaho is going to have in the third period, knowing that they're protecting that 2-goal lead. How aggressive are they going to be? And on the other side, I got to imagine the Grizzlies, with all their speed, knowing that they're down 2, how aggressive are they going to be? And they got a good forward line to start the third period, and Raby, Cutler, and Martell. Cutler will take the draw. Teixeira and Yoon, the defensive pairing. Colton Keller, Keaton Mastro-Donato, and A.J. White. White will take the face-off. That's the forwards to start the third period for Idaho. Register and Haskinen, the starting defensive pairing for the Steelheads to start the third and final regulation period. Both teams 2-1 to start the regular year. Game 2 of 14. Idaho won 5-4 last night. They're looking for the 2-game series sweep. Idaho wins the draw. Register gets to the center red line and lightly taps it in. Teixeira over to Yoon. Grizzlies skate from right to left as we see it from high top section 114. Idaho from left to right as White, left side, wraps it around the wall. Puck glides along the boards to the near side. Raby has a glance off his stick. Raby battling with Haskinen. Teixeira skates over there, and he clears it out to center. As Keller back to register at the Idaho blue line. Head to center ice for White, who dumps it in, but not all the way as Teixeira cut it off in the slot. Left wing pass to Raby. He gets around Haskinen. Raby lost the puck as Haskinen was towards Raby's right shoulder. As Sandlin gets up top for Mayhew, right point. He tried to center it out in front. Betts goes down, no call. As Mastro-Donato lifts it out to center ice, goes to Teixeira. He's back at the Utah blue line. Now ahead to Pelton Bice. He feeds it to the center ice logo. Donahue towards the Grizzlies bench. Sandelin pokes it away, but overskated it. We get a whistle, and a hand pass is called as the puck lifted, as Kudla had it. And Bice, we get a whistle with 18:59 left in the third. A minute one into the final frame. Neither team took a shot in the first minute of the third period. Make sure to go to the Grizzlies team store. I got to go there as well. Looked like Grisby went earlier tonight and picked up the third jersey the Grizzlies are going to be wearing earlier this season. Kind of resembles the Pittsburgh Penguins Winter Classic jersey that they wore when they played, I believe, the Bruins last year. Grizz win the draw. Wesley throws it in, taken back by Idaho as they cross center ice right wing. Murphy dumps it in. Wesley and Rassel collide. As Wesley goes down, no call. Wesley still on his keister as Donahue over towards Rassel. Right side, like a lefty shot. Stick saved by Minor. Battle in the crease as Mayhew throws to the far side. Grizzlies carry it out to center. Burke near the Idaho bench at center ice. Throws it back to Wesley, who skates down the middle. He crosses the center ice logo. Over to Sandel on the right side. He gets back checked by Bice. Wesley gathers it and whips it around the boards. It's Donahue over to Murphy. He has a glance off him. Grizzlies throw it to the right side. Gallant with a shot, and Kudla cut in front of him. Kudla collides along with the far corner. Puck lifts high into the air. It bounces at center ice. Almost hit the center ice hung as Idaho dumps it in. Beautiful video board at center ice as Messner, right side, gets pushed by Nerum. As Becker feeds up top for Jones. Back to the corner. Franklin gets pushed by Fairbrother. As Franklin gets the puck. He's behind the net. He fires it up top for Canati. Left point, shot blocked by Gallant. Now right point, Cooper Jones fires it off the end boards intentionally. Becker around Utah's net as he tried to get to Nerum. Puck pokes back towards the left point. Canati has his pass picked off by Messner. Messner skates down the middle. He'll take a lefty shot. Kick saved by Thompson. As the puck goes to the near corner as Canati pushes Messner in the back. Puck goes back to neutral ice. Grizzlies have control as Yoon near the Idaho bench fires a shot saved by Thompson. Rebound goes out to Idaho as Franklin near side challenged by Teixeira took the puck away. At the Utah blue line, Grizz have it. Raby across to Yoon, far side. He centers it out to the center ice for Cutler. Cutler veers off to the right and drives it off the end boards. It hits off the glass. Cooper Jones gets it. He'll throw it to Haskinen. And now to the far side as Arcuri backhands it out to neutral ice as Yoon gloves it, drops it, left side, left point. Cutler lefty shot saved by Thompson. And he holds on. 16:51 left in the third. That looks like the Colorado Rockies just hit a home run. I went to Coors Field a couple times in the summer, and this is the song they play when they hit a home run. Might be Peyton Jones's brother, Nolan Jones, that went deep. Maybe if a home run gets hit in a World Series game, maybe they play this song just to let us know that something happened over in Arlington. Draws in the near circle. Fans still getting back to their seats from the concession stands as Register rolls to the right side. Raby couldn't get the bouncing puck behind the net. Martell feeds out in front. It glanced off the stick. Cutler right side. Dances around in the circle. Fires a shot. Kick saved by Thompson. Rebound lifts to the left corner as it drops. Raby gets pushed by Register. Cutler left side. Lefty shot goes wide. Right side. Josh Wesley looked to center it. It bounced off the Stillhead as Wesley's stick broke. He has to get a new one from Jackson Hibbard, the equipment manager. As Idaho throws it deep in the Grizzlies zone, no icing. Still has to make a line change. Wesley skates around Minor's net. Now down the middle, wearing number 20. Right wing pass is hot, but it's caught by Gallant. Drops off for Yakura. Right side shot blocked by Mastro Donato. As Yakura over in the corner, over there with power. Yakura throws to the spot he vacated. Gallant collides with Rassel, big number 92. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Penner gets double teamed. Gallant gets pushed by Rassel. Puck goes up top for Fairbrother. Right point, lefty shot, a score! Oh, I got redirected. Cole Gallant gets his first as a Grizzly, and Utah gets on the board with a 15:48 left in regulation. Fairbrother took the shot from the right side. It got redirected by Cole Gallant. Gallant had 2 goals with Trois Rivières in 7 games to end the regular season last year. Well, he's going to be a good one for Utah. That's the Optum first goal of the game. Fairbrother got it redirected by Gallant. There was nothing Thompson could do about that. Beautiful redirection goal as the Grizz get on the board. That's exactly what Utah needed in their comeback attempt as the fans are on their feet here at Maverik Center. Ah, yes, Cole Gallant, Si Senor. The beautiful redirection. As Utah wins the draw, but it's back in their own zone. They skate from right to left, looking to tie it up. Nathan Burke bounced it off of Jack Becker. Brian Yoon over to the left side, deep in the Grizzly zone, rolls it along the wall. Nathan Burke to neutralize, bounces it center ice off of Niram. Niram gets the puck. Kyle Betts pushes him towards the Idaho bench as Betts gets tripped up, no call. Grizzlies roll it around Idaho's net as Donahue avoids a check of Betts as Franklin feeds it to center ice, bounced off of Sandelin as Yoon gets it back in the Grizzly zone. He skates around Miner's net. Idaho leads 2-1 as Cole Gallant got his first in a Grizzlies uniform with Fairbrother and Dean Yakura getting the assist. Sandelin to neutralize. Throws it back to Teixeira. He's in the Grizzlies zone. Over to Mayhew across to Teixeira. He's in the near side, deep in the Utah zone. Grizzlies skate from right to left. Ed to Messner, trying to get to Penner. Pass behind him as Heiskanen gathers it for Idaho. Across to Register. Back to Heiskanen, who skates down the middle. Moves it ahead to Bice. Bounced off his stick. Teixeira chases after it, the former Thunder and Indy Fuel defenseman. Over to Mayhew, who skates to the near circle, and he feeds out to center ice for Penner, left wing. He'll wrap it around the boards after crossing the center red line as Idaho gets the puck. They get it to Bice, back to Heiskanen. Heiskanen out to center ice looking for Murphy. Murphy got hit by Mayhew as Wesley turns the puck over as Register. Over to Murphy, left side. Murphy in the offensive zone as we get an arm raised. Let's see, there's going to be a penalty. Who's it going to be on? I think it's going to be on the Grizz. Boy, there's a battle over there in the left point of the Grizzlies zone, and Penner is going to get 2 minutes for interference. So Tyler Penner goes to the box. Idaho's on the power play. Steelheads are looking for some insurance. They are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Their second power play chance. Gallant got the goal 4:12 into the third period with Fairbrother and Yakura getting the assists. Fairbrother had 2 assists last night. Time of Penner's penalty, 5:50 into the third period. White will take the draw against Dean Yakura. Yakura played 5 games with the Steelheads in the 2010-2011 season. It was his first year as a pro. He's now in his 14th season. Grizzlies win the draw. Fairbrother will wrap it along the near wall all the way deep into the Steelhead zone as he cleared it out after Yakura won the faceoff. Idaho skates from left to right. Kudla down the middle. And he'll feed it to the right side for Mastro Donato, who skates around the center ice logo. He enters the zone, drops off in the high slot for Keller. Now to Becker. Soft pass. Fairbrother tried to cut in front of him. Mastro Donato bounced it off of Betts. Keller in the right point. Over to Bice, or to Kudla. He has a glance off his stick. Yakura near the Grizzlies bench clears it out. Good shift by Dean Yakura as Idaho resets. Kudla skates down the middle, crosses center ice. Now he veers off to the left. He enters the zone, drops off the point. Cut off by Gallant, who feeds it back to center ice. Taken by Colton Keller of Idaho. They'll skate back deep in the Steelhead zone as Idaho starts the attack. 13-18 and counting left in the third. Steelheads 2, Grizzlies 1. Register near side. Still in his own zone. Idaho making a line change. Register to Murphy, who flies across center ice right wing. Now Murphy skates towards his left. He's in the left point. Up top for Register. Lefty shot. Saved by Miner. Rebound shot. And that Murphy's shot goes high. Puck glides towards the left point. Bice gets there before Sandelin. Sandelin delivers a big hit on Bice. Bice loses his stick. He gets one from a teammate. As Sandelin gets the puck, he clears it all the way out. Grizzlies get some new skaters. 12:42 and counting left in the third. 30 seconds left in the Idaho power play. Steelheads lead 2-1. As Donahue, left side, over to Murphy to the right. Murphy enters, drops it off for Becker. Becker couldn't reach it. Mayhew battles with Becker. Now Betts skates over, he gets it, and he clears it out. Good penalty kill so far for the Grizzlies. 10 seconds left in the Idaho man advantage. Penner gets to his feet. He'll come out of the box shortly. Right wing chip to Franklin. Franklin gets around a skater. That's going to be interference. Mayhew went down, and it almost looked like a basketball screen set by Willie Niram on Kyle Mayhew. You can do that in basketball. You can't in hockey. As interference is going to be the call. Mayhew skates towards the bench. Luckily got back to his feet. And so we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 1 second. And then after that, the Grizzlies will have 1 minute and 59 seconds worth of a power play. Yeah, Mayhew tried to skate over to get Franklin, and Niram just hit him. As Mayhew was trying to cut off Franklin at the Utah blue line. Time of Niram's penalty, 5:49 or 7:49 into the third period. Penner's out of the box, so skate to the bench. Grizzlies now start a power play, looking to tie up the game. 2-1 Idaho. Scrum in the far corner, deep in the Steelhead zone. Martell over there battling with Teixeira. A.J. White over there for Idaho. Grizzlies inadvertently get hit with a high stick. As out of the pile, Idaho gets it. They clear it out. Boy, that puck was in the corner for a good 20 seconds as Wesley gets pushed by Svanenbergs. No call. Wesley gets back to his feet. Martell glides along the near wing boards, drops it off for Cutler. He flies across center ice, left wing. Cutler skates towards the circle, lefty shot. Saved by Thompson. And he holds on with Gallant chasing after Thompson as whistle blows with 11:33 left in the third. 1:22 left in the third in the power play for the Utah. It's turned out to be a fun hockey game. Grizzlies would get some new skaters on the ice. Betts will take the face-off. Sandelin and Burke up top, down low. Up top is Mayhew and Fairbrother. Two defensemen on this power play shift. Utah wins the draw. Mayhew over to Fairbrother. One-timer saved by Thompson. Rebound goes to Donahue. Clears it out. Boy, Betts was trying to get the rebound, but just couldn't get the bouncing puck. Grizzlies reset. 1:10 left in the power play. 2-1 Idaho. As Fairbrother, left wing pass to Mayhew. He gets it. He crosses center ice. He enters the zone. Mayhew drops it off for Fairbrother. He skates towards his right. Now to the right side for Sandel and take a righty shot that goes wide. Puck glides along the near boards. Mayhew left side. Lefty shot is blocked. Becker couldn't clear it out. Sandelin fanned on a shot from the slot. Now up top for Mayhew. High slot over to the right side. As Grizzlies try to fire it into Betts. Betts gets hit in the back. No call. That's the second time Donahue has just blasted Kyle Betts in the back. Grizzlies at their blue line as Burke gets around Bice in the high slot. Feeds it to the right side for Sandelin. Now Franklin takes it. He lifts it high into the air. Doesn't hit the video board, but comes close to it. Idaho makes a line change. Grizzlies reset from deep in their own zone as they make a line change. 20 seconds left in the power play. Fairbrother over to Wesley. Now Martell, the Rooster, crosses center ice down the middle. He'll feed it to the left side for Cutler. Skates towards left circle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Thompson, who gives it to Pelton Bice, who clears it out. 5 seconds left in the power play. Niram is standing up. Looks like Santa Claus is opening the door for him. Niram's out of the box, and we're back to 5-on-5 skating. Martell enters from the left side as he drops off for Raby near the boards. As Teixeira left side across to Wesley. The captain winds and fakes the shot, gets to Martell. Back to Wesley. Shot saved by Thompson. Rebound to the left side. Teixeira fires a shot that's blocked by Niram. Now to Raby, left point. As Raby skates towards the corner. As Niram takes it away from him. Niram carries it out across center ice. Right wing, now he veers off to the left. He enters onside as he skates towards the left circle near the board. Centering pass. Shot saved by Minor. Boy, what an idea there as Niram was to the left side. Centered to Svanenbergs. Svanenbergs was able to get something on the shot, but Minor was able to gather it. And we get a stoppage of play. 9:41 left in the third period. It's Idaho 2, Utah 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's Idaho 2, Utah 1. 9:41 left in the third period. Last of a two-game series. Jake, the 2022 ECHL Fan of the Year, celebrating with, what is this, Sweet Caroline? Of course it is. It's played at every sporting event in the world. As Josh is having a good, draws going to be in the left circle. as we're skating 5-on-5. Betts will take the draw against A.J. White, the Idaho captain. As Utah wins the faceoff, Fairbrother across to Burke. Nathan's his first name. For some reason, there's a Nick Burke that I knew in high school that I keep wanting to call him. Register off the near boards. It goes to Cade Jensen. He's at the Utah blue line wearing number 23. He'll bounce it across to Fairbrother, right wing. Fairbrother ahead to Sandlin, poked away by Register. White throws to the center ice logo, gathered by Betts, who gets to the center red line and dumps it in as Betts got hit by Svanenbergs. As puck goes back to the left side, Svanenbergs gets hit. Left point, Jensen fumbles the puck as he somehow kept it in. As he throws it around the boards awkwardly. Far corner, deep in the Steelhead zone. Heiskanen over to Register. Both guys were a plus 53 last year as Register tapped it off the near wall. As Vandenberg's out to center ice, it goes over the head of Arcuri, and Utah gets it as Fairbrother gets slashed by Arcuri, no call. As Fairbrother throws it from the near corner to the far side for Jensen, back to Fairbrother. As Fairbrother wearing number 3 ahead to Cole Gallant, who scored Utah's goal 4.5 minutes into the third period as Idaho leads 2-1. Jensen, new try, so up to Penner, who dumps it in. Grizzlies make a line change. As Gallant turnover, as all bounced off of Idaho's stick, as Gallant tried to center it, Bice tapped it back to the near corner as Idaho turned it over at the wrong spot. Bice and Penner collide. Messner gets double-teamed, dumps it in from just outside the Idaho blue line. As Idaho wraps around the wall, Rassel deep in his own zone, being chased by Wesley as Rassel gets to neutral ice. Now to center, he dumps it in as Wesley vacated Rassel. As Miner gives way, as Wesley throws to Gallant, bounced off his stick. Getting the bouncing puck is Penner. He slides to the center ice for Messner. Messner 1-on-3, drops it off for Mayhew left point. Mayhew gets blasted by Jones, but Mayhew gets back to his feet. Messner over to Cutler behind Idaho's net. As Cutler trying to get out in front to Martell. Good poke check by Idaho to clear it out. That defensive play is made by Mark Rassel, who did a great job there. Wesley down the middle. Center ice lifts it in as it bounces off the corner on one hop of the ice. Cutler to Donahue as Wesley comes out after a good shift. Mayhew cuts it off left point. Offensive zone. Around to Raby behind the net. Raby loses his balance. He gets it back. Throws it to Mayhew left side. Fires left wing. Oh, got redirected by Cutler's stick, and Thompson made a save. But it got redirected right at the left circle. Mayhew to Cutler, and then it just kind of flew to Thompson. And the Idaho goaltender made the save. 7:22 left in the third. Idaho leads 2-1 as Grisby hanging out in section 114. Cutler talking it over. Teixeira and Yoon. Martell and Raby out there. That's the 3-man combination we were talking about at the start of the game. Charge. Idaho wins the draw. Cudla head towards Mastro Donato. Teixeira pokes it away. Now Becker gets it right side. We get a whistle as Idaho is offside. 7:14 left in the third. Well, shots have been pretty close to even. That does mean the Grizzlies had an edge has had an edge so far. Idaho's taken 3 shots here in the third period. The Grizzlies have taken 10. 10-3 edge for the Grizzlies in the third period. We talked about them needing to be aggressive to get back in this game, and that's exactly what they've done. I think you have to like the effort for the Grizzlies here tonight and really all weekend. Cutler will take the draw near side. Jack Becker for Idaho. And the faceoff won by Utah. They've had a slight edge in the faceoff circle tonight. Yunda Teixeira skates down the middle. He's at neutral ice. Left wing chip to Raby, who dumps it in. As Cutler chases after it, he gets there before Cutler. As Becker over to Donahue, lifts it high into the air. It bounces at the center ice logo. As Keller dumps it in. Miner behind his net will give it to Teixeira, who throws to the far side for Martell. The Rooster trying to outlet it. He got hit. Idaho in the offensive zone. Near him, left circle. Righty shot bounces wide. Heiskanen gets around. Cutler, he's now in the corner. Heiskanen trying to throw it from one corner to the other. Yoon picked it off behind Utah's net. Now to Martell, who lifts it to center ice. Puck bounced near Idaho's bench near an open door. Steelheads gather the puck. They feed it to Heiskanen. He's at neutral ice. Ahead to Nearham. Nearham on side, trying to corral it. Burke cleared it back to center ice. Idaho resets. Heiskanen, right wing, ahead to Svanenbergs. He skates down the middle. Right circle, righty shot. And it bounced off the Miner and flies out of play. Good blocker side save by Miner as the whistle blows with 6:12 left in the third. A lot of fun here at Maverik Center. Looks like crowd's having a good time. Draws in the right circles. Vandenbergs will take it against Betts. Idaho wins it. Haskinen right side will tap it off the end glass as Nierum hits Fairbrother far side along the boards. As Nierum continues to hold Fairbrother. Now it pushes Fairbrother. No call. Grizzlies get it across center ice as Utah won the 2-on-2 battle. Burke bounces off of Haskinen. Now in the near corner. Register with Sandelin. Register gets there first as Betts goes down. Register keeps the puck over towards Svanenbergs. Back to Register. Backhands it out to center ice for Nierum, who dumps it in. Steelheads make a full line change. 5:39 and counting left in the third. Idaho still leads 2-1. As Grizzlies get it to center. Donahue bounces it back to Keller. As Arcuri, White along the near wall, gets double teamed. Back to Rassel. He throws it to the right corner. Jensen drops it off for Penner. So move it to Burke along the near wall in the Grizzlies zone. Cross ice pass to Fairbrother near the Grizzlies bench. Fairbrother dumps it in. And Canati picks it off the Idaho blue line. White left side. It's two Grizzlies collide. Wesley and Messner. As Miner behind his net throws to Mayhew. Now to Penner. Outlet pass to center ice for Messner left wing. Messner skates in. Haskinen took the puck away from him. Good defensive effort by Idaho all weekend. Cudlett throws to Penner. As Penner picked it off, but it bounced to Pelton Bice, who taps it off the far glass. Wesley at center ice over to Mayhew at the Utah blue line. Back to Wesley. Grizzlies skate from right to left in the third period. Idaho leads 2-1. Martel over to Wesley, who skates down the middle. Wesley goes heels overhead by Murphy. Now Bice skates towards the left circle. Centers out to Keller. Take a shot that goes wide. As good idea there, but no chance. Slot. Murphy shot saved by Miner. Now Murphy, another chance. He scores. Pelton Bice to Murphy to the back of the net as the Steelheads get some insurance, and it's now a 3-1 game. Good passing by Idaho, and Wade Murphy with a huge insurance goal. As they show the replay on Flow Sports, Bice to Murphy, and there wasn't anything that Trent Miner could have done about that. Idaho leads 3-1. As Grizzlies need to score 2 goals in the final 4:23 of regulation. Or Idaho's going to sweep the 2-game set. Steelheads win the draw. They dump it in. Yoon back deep in the Grizzlies zone in the corner. Over to Raby. As Raby along the near side. Gets to center ice. Gets around near him. Raby gets tripped up. That's going to be a penalty. Delayed penalty. Cutler left circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Thompson. Bouncing puck. Grizzlies still have it. Yoon around the net. Look for the wraparound. Cut off by Thompson, who covers up. Grizzlies will be on the power play when we come back as Dakota Raby's speed drew a tripping penalty. And going to the box is Willie Nierum for the second time in the third period. We're back in 60 seconds with Utah's power play. The new score, Idaho 3, Utah 1, as Wade Murphy scored 15:37 in with Keller and Bice getting the assists. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Willie Nierum gets 2 minutes for tripping. 15:57 into the third period. Idaho leads 3-1 as Wade Murphy with a big insurance goal with Keller and Bice getting the assist time in that goal, 15:37 in. So exactly 20 seconds after Idaho's goal, they got a penalty. See if the Grizzlies can get a power play goal. They certainly need it if they want to come back in this game. Miner is in net. We'll see if he comes off the extra attacker at any point here during the power play. As Betts will take the draw near circle against A.J. White. Crowd fired up here, trying to urge the Grizzlies on for a comeback attempt. As draw won by the Grizzlies. Mayhew left point. White shadowing him. Mayhew fires it. It's redirected by Sandel and stick and bounces to the far corner. Betts throws up top for Burke. White cuts him off. Miner still in net. Battle in the right point. White wins the battle and clears it out. So puck wobbles outside. Mayhew gets it in Grizzlies territory. He's in Utah's zone. As Mayhew dances around the near side, now he skates with speed. Gets a neutralized across the center. Now he glides into the attack zone. Left side, drops off for Burke. As Burke skates to the left corner. Now around the net from one corner to the other. Burke chases after it. So does Kyle Betts. Betts gets there first. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Idaho trying to trap it away. Utah feeds it up top for Fairbrother. Right point. He gets around Franklin. Fairbrother, right side dance around. Now he gets up top for Betts. Betts back to Fairbrother. He's got an assist tonight. Looking for Mayhew. It's picked off by Franklin. Franklin in the offensive zone. 2-on-2. Left side. Centers it to Becker. He couldn't reach it. As Becker now battles with Fairbrother. Grizzlies get it. Betts crosses center ice. 2-on-3. Enters the zone. Drops off for Fairbrother. He glides towards the near goal line. Lefty shot saved by Thompson, who might be a star tonight. Keller taps off the boards. Wesley over to Gallant. Fairbrother right side. One-timer goes wide. Wesley left side back to Sandelin. He gets pushed by Heiskanen. Kudla around Idaho's net will clear it out. About 30 seconds left in Utah's power play. 2:33 and counting left in the third. As Jack Becker got blasted near the Grizzlies bench. Becker slams a stick along the wall. Has a cuss word, then goes to the bench. Utah centers it. Picked off by Bice. Miner's still in there. As Bice bounces off the Gallant. Idaho still shorthanded. White will dump it in as Grizzlies reset. Wesley around Utah's net. 5 seconds left in the power play as Wesley crosses center ice. As Wesley enters the zone, right point. Shots blocked by Register. As Teixeira collides along the boards. Idaho clears it out. Miner still in there. Miner racing out to the slot and got there before Niram, who was fresh out of the boxes. Idaho is trying to catch Niram behind the Grizzlies defense. Far corner, Miner's still in there. 1:45 left in the third. Idaho leads 3-1. Grizzlies get it up top. Now Miner skates to the bench. Mayhew battles with Rassel. 6-on-5. Utah's net's empty. Mastro Donato crosses center ice. Over to the left. He gets blasted by Raby. As the puck ends up along the end boards, Raby gets it. As he'll carry it out to neutral ice. He skates down the middle. Right wing pass to Burke. As Utah's net's empty. 1:22 left in the third. Idaho's up 3-1. Burke glides along the near side. He's hit by Register as Rassel delivers a hit to Martell's back. Now Matt Rassel gets it, fires towards the empty net, and he scores. This baby's in the refrigerator as Mark Rassel is going to be the number one star tonight. It's his second goal of the evening, and Idaho leads 4-1 with 1:11 left in the third. So Steelheads are going to sweep the two-game series. And Idaho just did a good job like they did last night of just not letting the Grizzlies get those good scoring chances and keeping everything to the perimeter. Mark Rassel's had a pretty good night. He scored Idaho's second goal, which would end up being the game winner if Utah doesn't score one here in the final minute of regulation. Idaho wins the draw as Kudla over to the right side. Curry couldn't reach it. Puck wobbles outside. Josh Wesley gathers it. He's along the near boards. Becker cuts him off. Action in the Grizzlies zone as Becker rolls it along the wall. Yoon ahead to Yakura. Puck bounced over a stick. Out to neutral ice. Idaho gets it back. Curry to Becker, who's had a good weekend. He'll enter the zone. He gets double teamed. Yakura took it away. Across center ice, Sandlin gains the line, stops in the right point. Kudla pokes it away. And puck glides towards the far corner. Messner swings it around. Idaho gets it, though, as the Steelheads has done a great job with puck possession this weekend. Bouncing puck to the near side. Heiskanen around the wall. Kudla, far corner. Lifts it high into the air. Does it hit the video board? No, it doesn't. Wesley gets the puck in the Grizzlies zone. Delayed offside as the arm's raised by the linesman. 22 seconds left in the third as Wesley, left side, enters the offensive zone. He collides with Kanadi. Wesley keeps his feet, centering us over to Power. Shot goes wide as Burke dancing around. 10 seconds left as Burke gets it poked away by Mastro Donato, who backhands it out of the zone. And Wesley chases after it. 4 seconds left. Icing is called with 3.4 seconds left in the third. As Grizzlies are going to drop their second straight game to Idaho. 5-4 last night, and tonight it's going to be 4-1 Idaho. You could probably say the sequence in the game was when Idaho was up 2-1 there. The Grizzlies just couldn't find a way to tie it up in that big insurance goal that Wade Murphy scored from the slot as he got a pass from Pelton Bice, who was in the right circle, and really there wasn't much that Miner could have done about it. It was a blast from Wade Murphy, who had a great year last year. In fact, Murphy was one of Idaho's best forwards last year. Puck is dropped. Idaho will sail it towards Utah's end, and that will do it. As the Steelheads win 4-1. Murphy with a big insurance goal last year. He had 21 goals in 54 games. As everybody goes to congratulate Brian Thompson, who picks up his first professional win. And you got to tip your hat to the Idaho goaltender. He saved 32 of 33. He had a really rough outing in the regular season opener, but he bounced back tonight. As everybody goes to console Trent Miner, pat him on the head. Miner did a pretty decent job tonight. Allowed 3 goals. The fourth goal is obviously on an empty net. As the Grizzlies hold their sticks in the air and salute their great fans here at Maverik Center. The fans salute them back. But the Steelheads get the 2-game sweep. As their record goes to 3-1 on the young year. Grizzlies fall to 2-2. Utah will be off next week. The homestand continues with a 3-game series against the Wichita Thunder beginning on Wednesday, November 8th. But remember, the Thunder will be in Boise next week for a 3-game series against the Steelheads. So Grizzlies fans will be following that and scouting the Thunder. I think unlike college sports, I think you can actually send a scout if you really want to and scout that series. If you're a Grizzlies fan that just wants to watch some hockey, you can go down to Idaho Central Arena and watch that one. Grizzlies fans will at least keep an eye on Wichita to see how good a team they are. They got a victory against Cincinnati tonight. Mark Rass with 2 goals. He'll be the number 1 star of the evening. His second goal is on the empty netter, but he scored the game winner, which was Idaho's second goal of the night, 6:17 into the second, with A.J. White and Matt Register getting the assists. We'll come back and have the post-game report. Once again, the final score from Maverik Center. It's Idaho 4, Utah 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. We're back after this word from Affinity 56. Final score from Maverik Center, Idaho 4, Utah 1. Nobody scored in the first period. Idaho outshot Utah 10-6. Zane Franklin got Idaho's first goal of the game, 1:13 in to the second, as Nick Canati was in the left point, centered it out in front to Franklin, and then from there it was just one-on-one between Franklin and Miner. Miner dove to his left, but Franklin slid it past him for Idaho's first goal of the game. Mark Rassel got what turned out to be the game winner, 6:17 into the second, his third of the year and first of 2 on the night. A.J. White and Matt Register with the assists. Steelheads led 2-0 after 2 periods. Second period had a ton of shots as Idaho outshot Utah 18-14 in the second frame. Grizzlies had to be aggressive in the third period, and they certainly were in the shot count. At one point, they had a 10-3 edge in the third period. Cole Gallant eventually found the back of the net, 4:12 into the third. Fairbrother and Yakura with the assists, and Gallant displaying outstanding hands as the original shot was taken by Fairbrother in the right point and got redirected by Gallant and in the back of the net. Otherwise, Brian Thompson, the Idaho goaltender, was outstanding tonight, and you have to tip your hat to him. But that Gallant goal, he was the Optum first goal of the game scorer, the only goal scored by Utah tonight. 4:12 into the third period. Fairbrother, his third assist of the series. He had 2 helpers last night and obviously an assist tonight. And Dean Yakura with an assist, his first point in a Grizzlies uniform. Idaho had the big insurance goal as Bice was over on the right side, centered it to Murphy, and Murphy put it away. He had 21 goals last year, and Murphy gets his second of the season. Pelton Bice and Keller with the assists. Idaho took a 3-1 lead there, and then Mark Rassel added an empty netter, which is his second of the game. 18:49 in, Matt Register with an assist. Register ended up with 2 assists and was a +3 on the night, and that's how it ended. Shots were pretty close to even. Utah had a 13-7 edge in the second period. And for the night, Idaho had the edge, though, 35-33. Grizzlies won the faceoff battle tonight by about 10. Utah just had too many giveaways, 18 giveaways. Some of that was the aggressiveness of Idaho. Steelheads had 12 giveaways of their own. Scoring chances, according to the off-ice officials, Utah had 11. And Idaho 14. So the Steelheads with a slight edge in the scoring chances. Well, I think about 14-11 on the scoring chances, and Idaho ended up winning the game by 3, 4-1 the final. 3 stars of the game. Number 3 star is the Idaho goaltender, Brian Thompson. He gets his first pro goal or first pro win. He stopped 32 of 33. Can probably argue he should either be the second or first star, but he's the 3rd star. Wade Murphy with the big insurance goal. He had 8 shots to lead all skaters on either. Well, yeah, he led the Steelheads. Brandon Cutler had 9 shots for Utah. Murphy led the Steelheads with 8 shots. He was a +1, and obviously that big goal in the 3rd period. He is the number 2 star and the number 1 star with 2 goals, including the game winner, 6:17 into the 2nd. Mark Rassel, who had 21 goals with Fort Wayne last year. It looks like he's off to a solid start. For Idaho, he's got 4 goals in 4 games to start the regular season. Grizzlies will now be off for a week and a half. You normally would like to have a bye week a little bit later in the season once you played a few games. Obviously, everybody's still fresh, and you kind of want to get after it. But Utah does have a bye week next week. And we'll see, they'll have to find a way to stay sharp, as their next game is on November 8th against the Wichita Thunder. And as we mentioned, Wichita next week will be in Boise at Idaho Central Arena for a 3-game series. So it'll be interesting to see what Wichita looks like in that series. Thunder got their first win of the year as they defeated Cincinnati by a goal tonight. I think the final score there was 5-4. Let's see who won that World Series game. Diamondbacks defeated the Rangers 9-1 in Game 2 of the World Series to tie up the series. 1 game apiece. Early 3rd quarter, Suns lead the Jazz 72-50. In college football, BYU and Utah both lost by 35-6 scores. And the entertainment news, unfortunately, Matthew Perry, who played Chandler Bing in Friends, he passed away at the age of 54. Well, now wrap things up here from Maverik Center. I'm really happy that the time of game is only 2 hours and 18 minutes. Got a crowd of 3,747 here on Hispanic Heritage Night. There's also a Halloween theme to it. And, well, you never know what you're going to see when you come to a Grizzlies game. See sometimes the unexpected. And, tonight on the ice, Grizzlies, I thought, played hard, put together a good effort. Just, Idaho's a pretty tough team, and it looks like it's going to be the case once again this year. There's a lot to learn from this game, but for the Grizzlies, they obviously got the 10 days off. We'll see what that combination of Metcalf, Minor. We saw Dante Giannuzzi as the backup tonight. Grizzlies are going to have the goaltending throughout the year. That should be good enough to win. You have to wait a little bit for the next Grizzlies game. Wednesday, November 8th, it's going to be a Bud Light College night. Don't forget the Grizzlies' 3rd annual Pride Night will be on Friday, November 10th, and then the series finale will be on Saturday, November 11th. We'll now wrap things up. We'll pack up the gear and head out of here. Once again, in 2 hours and 18 minutes and in front of a crowd of 3,747, Mark Rassel scored 2 goals, and Wade Murphy with the big insurance goal as Idaho defeated Utah 4-1. Cole Gallant got his first goal in a Grizzlies uniform with Fairbrother and Yakura getting the assists. Well, we'll talk to you Wednesday, November 8th, as Grizzlies take on the Wichita Thunder. Hopefully everybody enjoys their bye week. I know I will. Watch some college football next weekend and some pro football and just find a way to get by until the Grizzlies' next game, which will almost feel like an entire offseason. Who knows? Maybe the Grizzlies are going to have to go back in training camp mode here next week. We'll talk to you on Wednesday, November 8th. We'll have some Grizzlies podcasts you can find on my SoundCloud page from now until then, as we'll have a couple shows and talk some Grizzlies hockey and talk about sports in general, just whatever comes to mind. Well, Idaho wins 4-1. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is.